There is a security breach.
All right, everybody, that's it. That's the intro by Drake. Welcome to Saturday Night. Welcome to Channel Rob Tui. Welcome to Sven spamming the chat with all types of malformed Rob Tui logos. This is the Rime Frostmaiden Ice. What's it called?
Rime of the Frostmaiden.
That's right. And the guy that's telling you that is Drake. He's in charge. He's the DM. You take it, sir.
I'm in charge. Well, if I'm in charge, then I'm just going to share that with everybody right now. There you go.
I love you, man.
Annoying me.
Drake takes 28 months. Thank you, sir. 28 months sub.
Yep. So it is session 4. Today's date is October 11th, 2020, and in Forgotten Realms Dale Reckoning time, it is the year 1490.
I love you, man.
12 warnings. And it's the third date of the third hammer. Third hammer. I don't know. It's sometime in freaking hammer. It's hammer time. It's hammer time.
Hammer time. Marbania, thank you for the sub. 29 months.
29
because you have to be
months.
one better than Drake. Eternal duel.
The eternal duel. That was last session. It was like Manicuri and Diablo Bob or something. So, Rob, you can tuck that away. I put that in your journal. That note. I think you can access
Oh,
it
this
in
is
your
my
journal
note
tab.
that you're sharing. Okay. In my journal.
This is just for you.
Okay, I'm gonna put it.
And everybody on the stream and all those looking at it.
Journal. Wait.
No, I put it in there. It should
Oh,
be right there. Can't read it, but is there a link?
Oh, it is. It is. It is. Look at that. Boom, right there. Image.
The hot train's going.
Yeah.
Okay.
It didn't open because it's already open.
Yeah. I just was looking at it.
So now you got some role playing to do. There you go. Maybe.
Thanks.
All right, so you guys were. I'm gonna give you this map. This is the Icewind Dale player map, and I've got your player token way. If you zoom in, way over here. Look at those pointy arrows now. Look at that.
Look at that.
Big fat ass pointy arrow.
I like it.
And look at the
ones that
circle.
are the color of your dice.
The circles are big too.
I happen to be purple as well. But if somebody else draws something, it's their color, right?
Cheerbits in the stream.
Yeah,
Thanks for the cheerbits.
Cheerbits, Gorvidal. Cheerbits. Thank you, sir. Cheerbits.
So you guys have been traveling in this direction. You've only traveled for a couple of hours, so it's about noon. as much as the sun does come up, it's up right now and it's still dim light, so it's not very bright out. And you see the snow tracks of the dog sleds, kind of a little buried in some snow, heading the direction you guys are going. So, how? Tell us a little bit about your characters, and then kind of give us a description on what your character's thinking about, like as you guys are walking away from this Duergar stronghold. As you're leaving it. Let's start off with Sven.
Cheer
Why
bits.
don't
Cheer
you
bits in
tell
the
us
stream. Thanks for the cheer bits.
about Obsidian and what his thoughts are.
Cheer bits.
So
Scuba.
Obsidian is happy to have now
Thank you, Scuba.
used the training that he's been working on and is practicing months actually in combat with the real people. Spent most of his time just sort of quote unquote playing, juggling and stuff, and always thinking about, gee, if only I had a real person to threaten me, maybe I could use these in a real situation. It was nice to see that it worked. And besides that, he's tired of the cold. He wants to be warm again.
Wants to be warm again. So what class and race and all are you playing?
He is a monk who uses steel juggling balls about the size of a little bit bigger than a baseball, a little bit smaller than a softball, as his weapons, his primary weapons. They can be used to throw at people or in his fist and just smash them.
Interesting. How about Matakiri? Why don't you tell us a little bit about Quaid, Dennis Quaid?
I don't know anything about Dennis Quaid.
Go
No bombs.
ahead, Matty. Go ahead, Marty.
Marbania, sorry.
Oh, I'll do it. Come on, let me do it.
Go ahead, Sven. Tell him about Dennis Quaid.
Tell you all about Dennis Quaid.
Take it away. Dennis Quaid is from the Shadowfell. Ended up here by an accident of some magic stuff in his early training, and he kind of keeps to himself and tries not to get involved in too much because existence up here is just very difficult. He is a sorcerer and a warlock of the Fae. So that's him.
Rob, tell us a little bit about your new character, Zazzy.
Yes, my new character Zazzy has a fantastic token. He is a cleric. He is an Aasimar cleric, which is not the one with wings. That's an Aarakocra. I mistook that. It's the fallen angel type dude. So he's probably pissed off about religion. And he is a Zentarum agent, as a matter of fact. That is his background, so that's quite interesting. And he's excited because he just showed up at the castle, or wherever we were, and these guys let him in, and so he became friends with them. Because Crotch Craper, whose name I would like to have said out loud 65 times every time we played for 2 years, is dead.
Yeah. Anyone that carries their holy symbol like this is going to smite thee with it, right?
Yeah, he's going to smite
Take
thee.
my religion and like it.
He is going to smite thee. That is true. So that's him.
Diablo Bob, what about your feller? What's your feller doing?
Well, Neotoro McLeod, a human sorcerer, is right now just happy that he's alive. Not really liking the cold, and kind of a little bit upset that one of his friends, died just a couple hours ago, and pretty much wanting to figure out why these Drugar are on the overworld. We got to find somebody who speaks dwarf, and crotch crapper.
Craper.
Yeah, Craper. His big pointy thing will be missed.
His what?
What?
His
He faded out.
his big pointy thing will be missed.
Ah, his pointy thing.
Glaive.
I get it. It was a pun. A short one.
So bad joke. All right, everybody laugh, and let's go ahead and move on.
Okay, this time, Matakiri, you can tell us about Grun.
All right. Well, Grun is a human warlock of the Fiend, and he's been living in Ten Towns region for several years. Bit of a not a super warm and friendly personality, and he looks a lot older than he actually is. He is feeling a little bit unsure of himself. He'd always kind of relied on his abilities that he's developed as a warlock, and realizing that he nearly got himself and everyone else killed, he's a little concerned about his new abilities. But he is growing stronger, but he is a little more cautious now that he let the ogre zombie loose and nearly killed us all.
Well, that is a RPG, Assholes in the Cold again. Except this time different characters, but same players.
Yeah.
So you guys have traveled a few hours, and right about where you guys saw those tracks yesterday, kind of cutting across in front of you, the way you guys were going. The first thing you notice is you're like, you guys smell that? You smell that? It smells like smoke. You smell smoke burning, and wafting with the smoke is a tinge of roasted meat. Ooh, somebody's
We're
cooking something.
we're still out here on the tundra.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
You're several hours from Kerkonig on foot. You got your snowshoes on. You're like pretty laden down, some of you, I think, with some loots and stuff from the Durger. Probably a couple of suits of armor or whatever.
I'm gonna cast resistance on myself.
It's about noon-ish. I mean, you can't tell by your sundial, but you can tell by your stomach because it's like lunchtime. So what do you guys do? I mean, you smell the smoke, you're like, Y'all look at each other, or you just keep walking? Screw it.
Go find out what it is.
Yeah, I think so.
So-
Investigate.
So you guys like sniff
We'll kill
around and you move a little bit closer, and you can tell that the smoke is coming from your right hand side, the south side, and you can, when you get up a little around this little bend, right, you can see the smoke now. So to your right, there's a hill that's about 40 feet tall, kind of slopes up, kind of steep at the top. And you guys are directly on the other side of it, and the smoke is coming from the complete opposite side. So you could go, around the hill, or you could go up the side of the hill and to the top and look down. It's up to you. You guys are about in the middle, so you can go either way around or up over the top. It's dim light. It's kind of windy, so, and you guys aren't like, Sir Stealth's a lot, but I think you're probably somewhat quiet, right?
Yeah,
Somebody want to
We're not
relying
break
on
off and go look, or
We're
does the
not-
whole party want to?
Who is Sir Stealth a lot, by the way? Who is that person? Than them.
I think the monk is
I'm
the
not bad.
stealthiest of all of us.
Yeah.
So I'll head forward a little bit.
He hasn't had any formal training. He's just like that.
Right.
Do you
So
want me
you're
to?
gonna creep up to the top of the hill. You're going around the front or around the back?
I'm gonna creep up to the top of the hill, sort of look down.
So when you get to the top of the hill and you look down, you should see that. And down at the bottom, give me a stealth check, please, sir.
I did not get anything if you sent me something.
I didn't push it. I'm looking for something. That's why I'm multitasking. See those down there.
Cute jockstrap.
And do I know what they are?
Probably. You're from like Forgotten Realms, right?
Yes, from the south.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. You heard of these guys. You might not have details on them, but you know they're and they're down
Okay,
there.
So I will
They're,
move back and take note of where the wind is blowing, the direction, and then head back to the party. These they're either stinking werewolves or gnolls. They look more like hyenas, so I think they're gnolls, but they might be werewolves. Dog man.
How many of them?
How many did I see?
I'm sorry. How many did you see? Did you see? Did you, as the player, see? Were you looking?
No. Okay. All I saw was 3. There may be more, but all I could see was 3.
Did they have anything?
They have food,
What's in it?
weapons. So if with Fae and other creatures up here being accepted, are they accepted up here as well?
They bus them in. I mean, I don't know. Do they have to go to a new school? They're gnolls. They get shipped in from the other side of the county. I doubt they have a shop in Brinchander.
Okay.
If it's only 3, we can probably take them, but I'm a little concerned about not knowing.
They have fire. I say we go get warmed by the fire. They don't want to talk, we can take them out.
That sounds good.
Sounds like a good plan.
So everybody stands around. Sounds like a good plan. Yeah. Hut. Somebody's got to say hike. I don't know. What are you guys doing?
Oh, I
So we're
thought
gonna
you were
go
doing the
so
SWAT.
that the wind is
Omaha!
blowing. So the wind will not blow our scent to them. Whatever the opposite direction is, we're gonna go that way. Head toward them.
The wind is blowing this direction.
Said the smoke was coming to us. So that means the smell's coming from them to us, not from us to
Yeah.
them.
Every now and then you smell wet dog.
Oh, lovely. Lovely campsite companions. Or
I roll to
campfire
see if I'm
companions.
into it.
Yeah. Anything under a 2, and you wouldn't do it. So a 1, you wouldn't do it. Yep, you'll do it. You'll do them. Like a rabbit.
So, should we talk to them or should we stand afar and go pew pew?
I'm always in favor of standing from afar and pew-pewing.
Why doesn't Zentarum Agent show up in D&D Beyond? That's kind of...
It's under something else. It's under spy
It's under faction agent or
faction
something.
agent.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
it's
it?
faction agent.
or
Yeah.
spy. One or
Okay,
the other.
that's why.
Yeah, you could be a Harper, you could be a Zentarum, you could be what? They're all faction agents. Lord's Alliance.
Adventures League.
Faction agent.
So are you guys going in? You guys want to go see? You're going around the hill, going over the top of the hill. What you doing?
Say we send the monk in, and we all stand back and pew pew when there's issues.
So just have the monk go running down the hill like ah.
Hi.
We got
How close
3
can we-
spellcasters, a monk, and a cleric.
How close can we get to them without them seeing us around this hill?
You think to the top, and if you go running down the hill, they're gonna see you. That's what the monk tells you, anyways. There's not
How
any
far
cover.
is it?
All right.
How far is it from the top of the hill to where they're at?
50 feet or so.
Okay.
All right. I got an idea.
And it's
worked last
kind
time.
of it's not too steep, You'll be if you get going too fast though, you could tip over, Whoa.
I wasn't planning on running in.
But you're in snowshoes, so you're not gonna go running too fast.
We could go with Plan Alpha, where I just cast light on myself, start walking down, and y'all just cover me.
What are you, Uhura?
I like the idea of us getting close enough and having our frontliners go up ahead, and all of us ranged casters just start blasting them from afar.
Yeah.
I've got a 240-foot range on my blast. That should give us more than a couple of rounds before they can get close to us.
So, as you guys are talking, you guys hear crunch, 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 crunch coming from the hillside. Does anybody
Monkeys.
understand no?
Coming over here to take a whiz or something.
Don't they speak a variant of giant?
No,
no?
they have a language called knoll. It's like a yappity barky kind of. Yeah, the sophisticated ones. So it sounds like somebody's coming towards the top of the hill. As you guys are, got your plan in the snow and you're having a conversation on what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So we're going to roll initiative.
Oh, snap.
I got to find the button, though. This button,
Push the button.
that button.
I already rolled it.
You did go first that time. Now you get to go this time.
Last.
Maybe.
Oh.
Second. And you would have still been in
a
that same
19.
position.
Yep.
You would have had a 22, which would have still put you there. Bazzy.
All right, so I'm not putting you guys at the bottom of the hill because I didn't make the map that way. So you guys are going to start at the top of the hill right now. But we have an ogre that's coming up to you guys. So what are you guys going to do? Starting with Neo. Not an ogre, a creature that he describes, you think, is approaching from the other side of the hill. So you can't see him, but you can hear him coming.
With our bickering of, well,
He's
we could do
yapping
this,
back.
we could do Plan Omega. I'll just go, hey, look, an ogre or something. And let's see here. Oh, great, I can't even see how far away he is.
Let's hunker down and hide and let the ogre go in there
he's
and kick
6.
their ass.
All right, I will go ahead
See how far
and
away? Why?
I have to, instead of just targeting him and seeing it, I have to actually mouse over my character to see range.
Oh, you can, you just didn't know how. Is that what you're saying?
You can
Yeah,
control
'cause,
click-
you know,
Okay.
You can control click the target, and it'll show you the.
I did control click the target,
I
and
see
then
mine.
it didn't show anything.
I see mine. I don't know why yours not working.
I have to mouse over my token to see the range.
That's not
Double
right.
click it to make sure it's selected.
It's yeah. Well, also their tokens are all question marks. So I'm gonna go
Oh.
ahead and firebolt.
So your map
Oh,
isn't fully. Yeah, you got something wrong with your map there.
So yeah, it bounces off of his armor. Guess he's got some kind of armor. Let's see what he's got. What's he got? Hide. Hide.
Is
Yeah.
he visible? Did it become visible at this point, or was it still on the other side of the hill?
Well, I don't know. Did you run up the hill and shoot him? Is that what you did?
You said that we see him.
No, I said you hear him
Oh,
coming.
okay. Well then,
And you're on the back side of the hill.
So this is
sorry,
like
I misunderstood.
This is like
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Drake. I was gonna ask you to draw a line because I don't know where the hell.
that's me.
Well,
I'm asking. Is this
technically,
the
you
crest of
guys
the
are
hill?
down over on the other side of the hill, but it's not very conducive of combat when you guys can't see your tokens and stuff. So imagine that you're on the other side of the hill and this thing's coming this way towards you, and you get to
So
react
I would
before he
run
gets there.
it to see if I could see it, and when I saw it, I would fire a firebolt.
You can ready, absolutely, if you like.
Okay,
'Cause
so
he
can I
he
just
hasn't got to
reverse
the
that
top of the
spell then?
hill. You just hear him coming.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and ready the cantrip.
Okay.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Grun.
That's my apologies.
I'm going to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
Fancy.
Temporary hit points, even. Anything
Yeah.
else? You're gonna move?
I'm my basic. I want to be as far away from them so when they crest over the hill as possible, so I can get as many rounds of range shots in as I can.
So you guys are kind of down in a little valley kind of thing, and there's a hill to your right and a hill to your left, and then you can keep going straight. So for you to be, I mean, you can move over and kind of start up the other hill a little bit, and that's as far away as
That
you
would
could
work.
be. That would put you at about 100 feet to the peak of the hill. When somebody's coming up over the hill, you'd be about 100 feet away.
That's plenty
Is
of
that too
range. I can
far?
shoot 240,
Yeah. So
and I have
you're
dark vision 120. So
well, and he's going to be at like the top of the hill too. I mean, you can target that bastard.
yeah.
So you move over there, but you can't ready. Quaid, Mr. Quaid.
All right, Quaid. So nobody has went to the top of the hill and attacked him yet. We can hear him coming towards us, right?
Right.
Okay.
The monk came back down and said, "There's 3 of them over there." And then you guys had a plan, and you're doing discussions, and you think maybe somebody heard you, and they're coming over to investigate.
Okay, so where is the top of the hill? Right here where we're standing?
Yeah. And you're on the
Okay.
back side somewhere. So you can't see any of this, you just hear something
Right.
happening.
As soon as I see him, I'm going to ready a cantrip, Eldritch Blast, when I see whatever the hell it is.
No, you can ready a spell and target something, but you can't ready a spell for something you see. When you see it, you can either ready or you're not readied. Now. You have to be ready now. You can't ready for later.
No,
You
but
can't ready. You
I
can't
don't
delay a ready.
understand that.
You said when you see him, you're gonna ready. You have
Well,
to ready
yeah,
now.
no,
that's
I
not
mean
what he
I'm
meant.
going to ready. I'm going to ready an action that when I see whatever's coming over the
Right,
hill,
okay.
I'm going to shoot it with yes.
Yeah, correct. You said when you see him, you're gonna ready. I'm like, you can't delay a ready. You have to do it now.
I'm gonna ready
All
to
right,
ready.
and Zazzy. So
Okay.
again, you guys can't see anything on the map
Right.
yet.
Zazzy is going to look at Obsidian. What a bunch of casters here. And I guess himself, well, I'm a caster too. I'll do the.
He like realizes it. Oh, I'm a
Well,
caster
yeah. There's
too.
no fucking like melee dudes. I guess myself and
That's why they have a cleric. Melee.
Don't feel bad, Obsidian.
the
We got a monk.
sorcerer, who is Neo. And this is the problem with the tokens don't match the portraits. I don't know which one. Okay, and then I'm going to bless. I'm going to bless the peoples, and that is my turn.
Obsidian.
So I'm going to start working my way up to the top of the hill.
You could. Your movement's 40, right? You could actually get to the top of the hill in one fell squishy squish in your snowshoes.
Okay, so I'm going to the top of the hill.
All right, so
Do I
you're
see
actually
him
on
from
the
there?
map. Yeah, you come up. You can see all of them when you come up over the crest of the hill. You're like, ooh, and he kind of you see his eyes meet yours, and you see him. He raises his cheeks and he growls. Brrr.
I'm going to wave.
Can you unlock the map, sir, so we can have the.
The map
targeting?
is unlocked.
It is, huh?
I'll
How come I
lock
don't-
it
No,
and unlock it
the
again.
drop down, not the unlock, the drop down.
Oh,
menu.
there we
you
go.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
It
I don't
was
know how to use
pointing
these
in the
menus.
down direction, like it was down. You know what I mean? It's like backwards.
Hello, Mr. Doggy. We have you. You have really good smelling food.
you, man.
Do you have enough to share?
Are you trying to convince him that you are a friendly individual?
I am
Armusman!
a friendly individual, so
Thank you,
I
sir.
think you could
no
either
bluff
use
needed.
your
Resub.
performance if you're acting, or you can use a persuasion if you wish to persuade him. He sits. Starts wagging his tail. I mean, what do you want him to do? He's entertained. He's like, puts his paw up.
I can. If you share, I give you great show, and I'll start juggling a little bit. I'm going to move 10 feet forward. Is this where I actually am?
Yeah, you're actually there. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go 10 feet forward, and I'm going to start juggling, showing you some of the tricks.
He says, "Ruff, ruff," to his friends, who now look up and kind of sit up from their lounging position. And you can see now that you're up here and you take time a little bit more to look at them. When they get up, their bellies are all like pooching, like they're all like fat. And they're like, ugh. They get up all lazily, ugh, bleh. And they burp. So he says, and the other one says, and he gets up and he comes over and there's like a pile of, you think some kind of furry creatures. You're not quite sure what they are from 40 feet away. But he picks up two of them by their tails. They're all stiff and frozen, So they come off the ground like, he peels them up off the ground. And he pries one apart and he flings one. He moves up a little bit closer, and he flings one up towards you.
In a threatening manner or friendly?
No, he didn't like chuck it like a ninja star or nothing. He just kind of lobbed it like a horseshoe, and it lands somewhere near you. It doesn't hit you. And the one that you're juggling and you're giving him some performance. He moves up a little bit closer. You can see his ears are back and his head's down a little bit. And he's As he gets up close to you, you can see that on his back he has a longbow strapped with a quiver. He's also got a couple of spears. And when you glance back at the other ones, you can see that they're as equally equipped.
And if it's close enough, I'm gonna sort of kick up the dead thing he threw at me, kick it up and incorporate it in the little juggling act I'm doing.
All right. Well, we'll let you do that on your turn, since it's not close enough for you to do as a free action. This one, he kind of says something, and he moves back and gets over here behind these rocks, and you see him take out his bow as he's going around the corner. It's your turn, Obsidian, the top of the second round.
Yeah, from the last shall be first. All right, so I'm gonna slide up a little bit and
So you
like I
like
said, put
scoop his
away.
mouth. Give me agility, acrobatics, dexterity. So yeah, you do it. It's just not like you don't like do it under your leg or anything. You just kind of toss it up and you keep juggling. Nothing spectacular, anyways. But yeah, you get this. Now that you got it, it goes by as you're juggling. It's a big ass frozen rat. It's like its big teeth are sticking out. It's got an arrow hole in its side. Its
Nice.
guts have been ripped out.
Can we see him?
No,
We can't see him juggling.
he went down over the peak.
Oh, he's down over the peak. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna move forward to just where I can see him.
Ooh,
I don't know how that.
obsidian.
Yeah.
All right, so you get up to the top of the. We'll just say you're right here at the top of the hill.
Okay.
And you can see the top of his head. You can see the balls in the rat, and then you see the back of his head.
How many of us does it look like the rat could feed?
A half of you. It's a
Pretty
big rat, though.
Okay, same thing. I'm gonna ready an Eldritch Blast if combat starts.
See some hostilities.
Yeah,
You're gonna blast
I see
at
some
it.
hostilities. I'll blast. That's a good way to put it.
AKA the gnolls that are down there. I know what you're going for. Neo.
Neil will also run up the hill as well, alongside Dennis Quaid.
Over here.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see the back of Obsidian's head, and he's juggling stuff as I described earlier.
Then
Dennis did not come over the peak. He just went high enough that he can see Obsidian's head.
okay, so I can see Obsidian and his juggling and such.
Yeah, and
I'm roughly
you gotta
about
come a little
10 foot.
further. Yeah, you're behind the peak just a little bit. You haven't crested the peak.
Okay, I'll go ahead and cast Prestidigitation onto the rat. Or no, one of his balls. Yeah, I'll just
wait. You have to be more specific. He's wearing like a.
One of the balls that he's juggling.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Are you a Balchinian? Just checking how many balls you have.
Yes, totally. So I'll cast Prestidigitation on one of the balls that he has to do a small visual illusion.
What's the range of Prestidigitation? Is it 30 feet?
10 feet.
10? Yeah, you're not close enough there, buddy.
I can move 10 more feet closer.
If you move 10 more feet, then you'll be at the top of the hill. You'll be able to see the knoll, and probably everybody else down there too. So you'll be at the top of the hill.
Dennis Quaid.
Oh, that's why I asked.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. It's
Go
hard
ahead.
for me. Damn it. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that's why I asked if I was within 10 feet of him.
Okay. It's.
I don't
just-
remember you saying that. I missed that.
I don't ever mean to interrupt you guys, but when something comes in the chat, I need to do it as soon as I can, so I try to wait for a pause. So I apologize to all the team or to the players if I ever interrupt you with that, but I need to get it out as soon as I can. So, Dennis Quaid has received an inspiration card from Draco Wizard.
Draco Wizard,
Man,
thank you very much.
I heard you'd like to get it in as much as possible.
I like to
but
get it in every time I can.
So is that a? It's not in our
Right,
inventory.
the
Just
yapping
go-
stop, and I'm done with the dogs.
You got to roll on the
You
table.
get my
too.
point.
Okay, there's a table, shared, maybe.
Should be.
Should
Yeah.
be able to just load the
It's
module.
it's the first one right on the top of the tables. If you have the module open, yeah.
Yeah, one of the best defense is a good offense. Sweet.
What is it? Use this card if you have an equipped melee weapon and are hit by a melee attack. Roll your weapon damage die and reduce that damage by that amount. Nice.
You bet. Thank
Soak
you,
it.
Draco Wizard. No, you did not interrupt anything, man. That's what it's here for.
Dennis has received a
So-
random magic item by Draco Wizard.
You can.
Table B.
Nice.
You moved up
That's
like.
your alternate account there, Liam?
He's. That's his alternate account.
No, hands are free.
Well, today
So-
Dennis has a sugar daddy.
If
So,
you go prone and crawl up, I'll let you get close enough that they can't see you, and you can cast your predidigination on the rat.
Okay, well, I will go prone and crawl up, and I'll actually cast Prestidigitation on Obsidian to make magical notes and sounds. Basically, he has his own theme music now.
Okay, cool.
So do 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 do.
He hears it in his head all the time, so it doesn't even phase him.
What?
Mark yourself prone. Why are we lagging a little bit?
I don't know. I didn't hear a ding though. Did that not get fixed?
I couldn't find where it was broken.
Oh. Did everybody else hear a ding on their turn?
I have not.
Okay.
I heard a ding earlier. Did I get a random magic item?
He's got to roll the table.
I pass out the table. I give it to you. This guy gets it. There you go. You can roll on that table. What did you get?
What did I get? I got
Dust
a
of dryness.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
That's some
yeah.
dryness.
Dragon
All right.
eye.
So Zazzy, where did we decide the top of the hill was? If I go here, I can see him.
Wait 1 second. Let me finish putting this an ID in it for him. All right, there. It's on your sheet. It's ID'd.
Thank you.
You can get to the top of the hill with 30 feet and be where you can see the whole map. You would end up in one of these squares up here.
Oh well, I was already okay. So if I go there, if I move to there, I can see him.
And you've used your movement. Yes,
Right.
correct.
Okay, that's good.
Perfect. Yep.
All right,
Yep.
so I'm gonna look at that guy, and I don't like the cut of his jib, so he's gonna get Toll of the Dead.
So he's like, and suddenly out of the rat comes this music playing, and
A rat.
I also,
Monkey crawls out the rat's ass.
when it has no effect, I just salute him as well.
wait, I need to restart Sirenscape because I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
All I'm getting is wind, and then
Yeah.
like annoying laughter every once in a while. It doesn't grate on your ears.
The gnolls.
Oh,
Yeah,
that wasn't the
there.
right one.
I
That's
heard the
why.
bear that time.
That was not the right one. This is the one I wanted to play. That
Bear.
when he's juggling it, right? That's the sound that you wanted, right?
That's.
Yes,
the-
that's
Can we just
exactly
hear
the
that
sound.
music in the
basement.
wilderness? Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's
Coming
exactly
from
the sound.
That's,
so he's juggling, right? And this music starts playing, and you see you see Neo. He crawls up, and all of a sudden Zazzy comes walking up to the top of the hill and goes kerblast, and tries to use his what'd you try to use?
Told
Told
that.
the Dead.
Toll the Dead, and a low gong goes off, but he succeeds. Grun, you're still down on the other side of the hill, way
Yeah.
down across this way, and you see all your friends go over the hill. Well, you see one of them crawling on the top of the hill. You see his like feet sticking up in the air.
Low crawling.
Yeah.
You look left and you look right, and to your left, the dog sled tracks continue on out of sight. You're like, maybe I could just leave them here. Huh?
See ya. No. I will. I guess I'll move back closer to them so I'm not too. How far around is it around the hill versus up and over?
Um, from where you're at, it would take you like two rounds to get around the hill. So a little bit longer than if you came this way.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna move up closer to my party then. I don't want to be that far separated. I just wanted a clear shot at him.
So you move up 60, so you're 40.
Yeah.
So you're almost at the bottom of the hill,
Right.
as you moved up. Then you got to go up the hill to get. So next round you'll almost be at the top of the hill with a single move. So the one that's kind of like wagging his tail and watching he's got another rat in his hand and he's watching you juggle. You see him get big eyes and he growls as the other people come up behind you juggling, and the one in the jockstrap one, this one over here, kind of he like wiggles his head a little, like something just got cast on him, and the one that's he kind of growls and he comes running forward. You see his hair kind of fluffing up a little bit. I gotta hold Alt now, by the way. First, I gotta lock the tokens, I suppose, huh? There we go.
Alt, not control. Boo.
Alt, not control. I said something to Doug today while they were streaming in a game. I don't think he watches the stream though, or the chat.
Ooh.
And he's gonna look back, like he kind of looks over your shoulders. He comes running up, and he's like, you can smell his dank, stinky breath right in your face, and you're just like juggling away. And he looks down at his mouse, and he like throws the other mouse in your direction, like so you can try to juggle that one. It looks like, and then you see him like reach back, and he grabs a hold of his spear. He doesn't pull it out yet, but he's looking, and he's like, he seemed kind of growl a little.
Ragglestorm, thanks for the follow.
I'm gonna,
Welcome to the stream.
if he throws it good enough, I'm gonna incorporate it into what I'm doing.
He just kind of drops it towards you. He doesn't like try to time it or anything. He just like gets it out of his hand more or less towards you to put his hands on his spear. And the other one like kind of realizes that a spell was cast on him, and you see him pull out his longbow, and he starts to fall back. You see him like backpedaling. I'm like kind of falling in the snow, tripping, but he manages to get back far enough.
But wait, did this other one move forward?
Oh yeah, I forgot to hit his checkbox. Sorry.
Can I see him?
I think the only person that can't see anything right now is Grun.
So yeah, I'll use my ready to action if he walks into range there. Or
Is
if he
that an
walks
Oh,
into
attempt?
were
line.
you readied on top of the hill, or were you readied on the backside of the hill, watching the back of his head or something? No, that
re-readied.
wasn't you.
No, I went right up to the top of the hill where I could see him standing. Yeah.
Just see who's standing.
To where I
Obsidian?
could see Obsidian standing. Yeah. So if I can see Obsidian standing and he's right in front of him, I can at least see from his waist up.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah, because they're probably pretty tall creatures too. Yeah, yeah, you can make the top of his head out, anyways. What are you casting a saving throw spell?
Eldritch Blast. No, it's ranged. Is there a penalty?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yes.
give you a -2 to hit.
And your first shot, courtesy of Caesar, is a fumble.
Oh, so roll a d6.
All right, roll a d6. I knew it.
Oh, and it does have an effect. So the
Caesar.
effect is in an embarrassing move, you like blast part of your armor off somehow. And now you shoot yourself in the foot, and you have a -4 penalty to armor class until you take a short
shit.
rest.
Damn!
You shot yourself in the foot.
That was, by the
Ow.
way,
Damn.
20
Blasted
minutes
your
ago.
foot off.
that he
Fuck,
did that.
Caesar! Look what you did to me, man.
You did a -4 to hit. Where's it? Or AC? Where's it at?
Is
There
there
it
an
is. It's
effect
all
over
coded.
here? You
It's
already
all
got it?
coded
Cool.
for Rob.
All right.
Yeah, Rob went through and coded all of those.
Yeah,
Sweet.
anything on the crit and fumble tables that has an effect, I made them.
Did it in like one afternoon.
That's how I do it.
He did. So that was full figured.
But isn't the AC -4 supposed to go on Dennis, not the Knoll?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Like, I
You
did
can
something
leave
wrong
it there.
Can you drag it from one to another?
I think you can, and it'll duplicate it.
That's a pain in the butt.
Oh,
Let me
no,
just
it
do
moved
the
it.
regular way.
Oh, you erased it. Okay. Oh, I was monitoring.
where's
I
he?
see things.
Rob pays attention. There. Although the player could have done that too, I suppose.
Shit. I now have an armor class of 9.
Yeah.
Now, do you get
may
more
want-
than one Eldritch Blast, or do you just get one?
Just one.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Not
think
till
it-
5th level.
Yeah.
Oh, right. 5 and 11 and yeah,
So
that's right.
so the one in the back sees spells being shot and stuff, and he's gonna take a shot at who's he taking aim at? He's taking aim at Zazzy.
That's a lot of bullshit right there. New guy.
Double click on him.
Do I have a -4 AC? Okay.
Is it targeting? Oh, it did target. So yeah, so he takes a shot with his longbow, so he's within range. He's like, twang! You're up on top of the hill. He's behind some rocks and stuff. Oh, and he
no.
connects. So you're like, toll the dead, and somebody die. And an arrow like whizzes off your shoulder, and just enough that you go ow and lose concentration on bless.
Bullshit.
That was some shit roll right there for your save.
We're cursed now.
And you see him drop kind of back down behind those rocks.
That was a shit
Grunt.
roll.
All right, and you said I'm 40 feet from the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna move 30, but I want to move so I'm not bunched up with them. I want to be so that when I eventually come over the top,
Could be
I'm gonna
anywhere
be kinda
in
a little
this
further.
top row, pretty much where you want.
All right, so I'm gonna be somewhere over here, but I'm gonna move 30 and then I'm going to cast Minor Illusion to make a illusion of a large pile of snow. And then on my next move, I'm going to move into it and hide into it and start shooting them from within this snowbank.
Pew pew pew.
So,
Oh, that's a pretty good idea. All right.
Crafty.
A little what do they call that when you make your duck blind, your snow
Yeah.
blind?
Cowardly bitch. Is that what they call it?
that's exactly what they call it.
Obsidian. You're like, this other rat comes flying towards you. Do you continue juggling, or you can see some combat happening around you now? The guy in front of you has not attacked you yet. He's still kind of enthralled by what you're doing. He's watching you. He's got his hand on his spear, but he's like, you see him drooling a little. He's like, this is kind of neat.
So
Good.
these other people are attacking and stuff. So I'm gonna keep juggling and just incorporate bits to the face as part of my juggling.
And
So he's like, he's got his tongue hanging out. He's like, he's watching you. I'll give you advantage since he's so distracted on what you're doing.
since
He's like,
he's
With his
doing that,
theme music.
he doesn't need advantage because his next attack is a crit per Caesar in the chat.
ooh. Ooh,
Nice.
ooh. So he's like, huh, and you're like, right in the freaking schnoz. Oh, and with an effect,
Yes.
critical hit effect for obsidian.
Quadruple damage. Quadruple damage. Wish. Wish.
In addition to the standard, so you stun him for a round. So you punch him right in the nose, pop. He's like, "Urgh."
Awesome. Thank you.
Sorry,
Chief.
I
Appreciate it.
whistled. My dog heard me whistle. So I need to put stunned on that guy if he survives.
And then I'm gonna follow it up with a elbow to the face.
Elbow to the
Did you-
face.
Huh, why didn't that work?
Does he have the status on him yet?
No, I drug it to him to his token. Maybe you can't do that way anymore. Can you drag an effect to a token? Maybe
Could
never
you ever?
I don't know.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
you could.
Just to the combat tracker, I think.
Mm-mm.
There you go.
No, you can drag an effect over onto the map, onto the token on the
Yeah,
map.
I just dropped it on the token.
On the
Well, the
map?
question mark on the map, yeah.
Huh, I must have missed or something. Thank you. Oh, so you all right, give me an acrobatics check.
Acrobatics or performance?
Acrobatics. No problem. So yeah, you continue with your juggling act. You do 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 do.
Gotta love that music. Alright, Neo will go ahead and stand up. We'll go ahead and cast Firebolt. Since you said that I could see them if I was not on my crawling. Am I correct?
You can see. Yeah, you can see them all.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and stand up. Firebolt.
So the music stops, and
No,
a
it's-
firebolt comes barreling down.
Prestidigitation is not a concentrate.
Yeah, but it's only for one round.
It's for 1 hour, actually.
Okay, monkey music for an hour? Really?
Yes. Yes.
All right, I'm turning it on. You guys started it.
And then I will go ahead and
Jesus
run over
Christ.
for,
Are we gonna listen to this for an hour?
for the first hour.
Here, I'll start the timer.
Hey, listen, we've already had 10 minutes
Is that
of it, let's be fair.
600 or 6,000? How many?
God.
What's It's 6,000, right? Is an hour. Okay, here we go. 99. I don't know.
So I'll go ahead and run over here and jump into a snowbank after that. And, basically jump prone into the snowbank. That's it.
The full figured one. Who's that? The one in the back there. What happened? Are you touching yourself?
No, sorry.
Benji?
I'm just sorry. I'm setting up my channel divinity because for some reason when I leveled up it didn't give it to me, so I just added it.
Oh, so you are touching yourself. Well,
Yeah,
let's see
yeah.
if he can touch you with his longbow.
No, he already did that. I refuse.
Yeah, he's gonna try it again though, since it's
His extension still has issues with channel divinity.
twang.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Oh, you see him like pop up, and he picks up just a stick. He thinks it's his arrow, and he pulls it back and he shoots.
Oh, yeah.
And-
So go ahead.
and that's all that happens that you see.
So Bob, it wasn't the extension. It's when I added when I leveled up and I added Death Domain. Fantasy Grounds did not award me the proper.
The trait?
It didn't give it to me, so I had to put it in manually. Yeah, I don't know.
I heard the ding that time.
Did it?
I haven't heard a ding yet this session.
I haven't heard
I
a
heard
ding
a ding
either.
just now.
Yeah, I heard
it when I passed the turn.
I haven't heard.
All right.
All right.
Dennis Quaid.
So lowered armor class. But so Dennis Quaid starts hopping around, cussing, shit. His foot's hurting, on fire. Yeah, his foot's on fire. I'm not sure why that's okay. So he'll go ahead and move to the top of the hill up here.
You are technically at the top of the hill.
All right. Well, I'll move 15 feet to there.
So you're coming
Actually,
down a
he's
little bit,
in
okay?
range. Yeah, coming down a little bit.
You see Neo next to you. He's like in the snow. He's like crawling. His face first. His butt's up in the air. He's like,
Yeah,
looks a
I'm
little
getting ready to
awkward.
join
I'm
you
hiding.
here. Oh, he's hiding. Okay.
No, he thinks he says he's hiding, but he's clearly not.
All right, so I'm gonna.
You do have
Eldritch Blast
this
this guy.
Give me some love. The guy on Obsidian?
What the?
You had advantage for some reason.
Because he's stunned.
Jockstrap?
Stun
Yeah,
guy.
if you jockstrap is stunned.
Yeah,
that's
but
why
it went twice though. I clicked once and there were 3 dice that rolled.
You got 2 people targeted.
Yeah, you hit the cute jockstrap. Don't want to hit your the other one though.
Yeah,
So
that
roll
one.
damage. Roll
Okay.
damage as you blast them with your Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, no, I've lost. There it is.
Barely wounding him.
And I'm going to drop prone right here.
Join me in the snowbank.
Yeah, there's a little hill line like right here. You guys kind of can get a little cover behind. I'll give you guys half cover from the guys below you.
So half cover, and we're prone, and they're ranged.
Yep.
So they have disadvantage in cover.
That's the benefit of having cover. So Itch Free Stash shakes his head and realizes that he doesn't like this freaking juggling music anymore, and he's gonna stab at the guy that's juggling with his spear. And he's like, and you like dodge out of the side. Oh, he couldn't do that anyways. He's stunned until the end of his turn.
Takes it in the face.
He just looks a little. Oh, he imagined that he was stabbing you, but he really didn't. But ding that time again. Cute.
I
I
didn't
wonder
hear it.
if it's the. You know what might be messing with it is the timer extension.
It's not dinging on the
Hmm.
NPCs for us.
Yeah, but it's dinging now, and I think it's the timer extension. Hey, at break, maybe I'll shut down and turn it off, and we'll see. Timer extension. I'm making a note.
I can't figure out how to get my character into the campaign. How come all of a sudden I don't know how to do that?
On
On
D&D
D&D
Beyond?
yeah.
Yeah, you're on your own. I've never done it. Cute jockstrap. That was the one that was stunned, right? Oh no, the other one was stunned. He's no longer stunned. Let me take that off of him. And this guy, he was shooting, right? Yeah, he's gonna he's as well going to come back here and get behind this tree stump and get some cover. It's a shootout, the OK Corral.
Pew pew pew.
And while he's moving, he's gonna take a pop shot at. Well, look at that target up on the hill there. Twang! Arrow goes whizzing by Zazzy's head, and he like slides and gets behind that that stump there. Zazzy, you're like at the top of the hill. Arrows are like buzzing by your head. You're like, hey, you see your buddies are like took some cover down and behind a little hill below you.
All right. Well, I've been hasted, so it's on.
So you're like, bing, bing, bing.
And the haste is by Mr. I'm gonna come yonder, right there.
WML John.
And Itch Free is gonna get a taste of my Toll of the Dead again. Only it's gonna work this time. Okay,
Itch Free is wounded too, so when you do it, you give him the maximum.
You said
stick it all the way in.
You do.
You do it.
I did. I said
Yes.
Oh, he wants the bell. Give him the bell. Ah.
I got the bell. That's my personal best.
You told him.
And it didn't. My stats don't work. What the fuck? It's always just me that doesn't work. My stats don't work. What the fuck?
That's what she said.
I fucking hate that extension so much.
I'd
Everyone
say
else loves it because it
damage
works
dealt
for
2.
them.
For
All right.
Jazzy, it says damage dealt 2. Best hit 2.
Oh, I didn't kill him? What was that bell?
That was
Oh,
your
Toll
Toll
the
of
Dead
the Dead
bell.
My
bell.
bad.
Told the dead.
Yeah, okay, so it does work. It just, I thought I killed him. All right, so here's my second one. Because I get 2 turns.
Oh yeah. And he failed exactly the same as you did the first time. And oh, you rolled
Boom!
better.
Take that, bitch!
All right. So yeah, his head kind of, and he looks at you like you did him a favor that he no longer has to hear this awful, horrible music anymore. Anything else, Sazzy?
Sorry, no. Grun has received an inspiration.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Right,
I
it's
am
sitting-
And that
hearing
was
the
from Caesar, by the way.
tone.
Thank you, Caesar. Low blow.
Are you still juggling?
I am, and then as I get up here, I'm gonna keep the rats going and take out
Anybody
this guy
tuning
with
in
one
right
of
now
one
is-
of the steel balls.
Best spell ever.
Oh, you moved. Sorry, I was laughing at the music. Goes running down the hill in his snowshoes, juggling. This music's going off. The gnolls are like yapping now. They're like, oh. So the cute jockstrap sees you come running down the hill juggling these things and this music, and he was like shooting up the hill. Now he sees you, and he turns and takes a shot kind of across the. He's kind of at a weird angle, so I'm going to give him a little bit of a minus to hit you. as he leans over and takes his longbow and shoots at you with it. Twang! And you just like dodge out of the way, like Remo Williams. And Neo.
Neo will go ahead and stand up.
Whoa, that was a different ring too. That was like.
I actually heard that one.
I love Genie. Bling.
So let's see.
So as players, we can turn that on and off. So if it's not ringing, then that means you have it off on your personal settings. Whoever was asking about that.
No, that's a ring on whisper. That's something different.
So kind of like follow the little snow ledge wall thing over.
Are you crawling or are you gonna get up and move?
I said I stood up.
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
I think my releasing the button like cuts me off, so I'm gonna just hold a little extra next time.
You have a 40 move, don't you?
So I'm standing up.
Cool.
Yeah, hence why I moved 20. To try to see the cute jockstrap. Do I see him?
Yeah, you do see him.
Okay.
You see he's got cover behind a tree stump.
Then I will cast Firebolt on him. How much cover does he have?
Yes. He has half cover, so -2 to hit.
Okay. And I saw in the chat that Caesar purchased me an advantage.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. He did, and he did that quite a while ago, but I just can't keep up.
So I will press advantage. Thank you, Caesar. And I will go ahead and cast my Firebolt.
Oh, that's a hit. Thank you for the advantage very much. Very much.
Yes, thank you.
So he's like behind this thing and he pokes his head up and you're like, you like rip a big scar down the top of his head. How much damage do you do to him?
All right, this roll is for Caesar.
Oh, almost maximum.
Bam.
Yeah, so like you rip his ear off and then you see bone in his scalp and it like you see blood start trickling out. He's like, yeah, he ducks back down behind the
I will yell for Caesar as I drop prone again.
So the big chubby one in the back here, he like pops up again, and who do we got? Are you prone, Zazzy?
No.
Look at that target.
I mean, yes. No, I'm not prone.
I mean, look at that target right there. Twang. And that's a hit. He gets an arrow into you. Shoots you in like the thigh. Whack! Oh, you're like, ow. Oh, in the bone.
In the bone. My turn, no ding. All right.
I had a ding.
That's the bone in you.
You hear the ding on the turn. It doesn't help if you hear it. It's the player supposed to hear it.
I know.
All right. I'm going to...
I think it's the timer. Now that I mess with it.
Toll the Dead is a save, so I don't need to worry about cover. I can see him. Here we go. I'm going to do it.
Toll the Dead, 60 feet. Get him. Get him.
Yeah, I'm 60 feet away. Yep.
Here, he's actually in that square, so you're 55.
What happened?
He fails.
Why did I...
You were targeting yourself.
I was targeting myself.
Oh.
I don't want to do that.
And you failed yourself.
Oh, you failed on yourself and he succeeded. Damn it.
He did succeed. Okay. What are we doing? Is the practice we're dropping prone? Is that what we're doing?
Everybody else is prone except for Obsidian and you.
Okay, I'm going to drop prone.
So you can see there's a little hill, so you can actually drop prone and get some cover if you want to move up a little.
Oh, okay, I'll do that.
So you'll get a half cover from there and you're prone. Well, you have to be prone to get the half cover.
Okay, cool.
Dennis Quaid, Mr. Quaid.
All right, so Dennis kind of pops up on his knees a little bit and sees this one that's hiding down here behind the tree. So what he's going to do is cast a bonfire spell right there
on the tree stump too.
No, underneath him. Yeah, right underneath him. So he's going to have to move out from his cover.
He's I'm just now. Just before you do this, you do know that's a pine tree stump.
Okay, we can stay warm for a while.
He gets the popping. He gets the popping going on. Oh, he
Succeeds.
succeeds.
Yeah, he succeeds, but there is a fire going there right now.
All right, I'm gonna move him back a little, and you can drop a fire on there when you find. Oh, you can't do tokens. That's right. Let me do it. It's Unity. Players can't access tokens yet.
Wow.
What
So
kind
like
of?
right there
It's coming.
in that square.
It's coming.
Yeah, right there.
It'll be
They
here
said they're
soon.
adding players
Everything's coming.
the ability to access their own tokens in the game.
Yeah, that's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Run.
All right, Grun is going to move into his illusionary snowbank.
How
And
happened? Did you do that like 6 hours ago? I mean,
yeah,
did you roll
a
crap
whole
on
6
initiative?
seconds ago.
He got
That's what I get for trying to
crap
back up
initiative.
and get some ranged attacks in instead of charging the hill. And then I'm going to take a shot at the full figured guy.
Now,
And yeah.
From 1 hour ago, because you haven't done any attacks yet, Gore Vidal has bought you a critical hit 1 hour ago.
All right, let's get it.
Nice.
All right. So I will just go
Let's roll a
ahead and
D6.
I've been sitting here for an hour going, every time it's
Oh,
Magic
in
Marie's turn.
effect. In addition to standard critical hit, your target suffers 1 level of exhaustion. All right, if he lives, I'll put the exhaustion effect on him.
all
Or
right.
if he makes
If
an
he
ability
lives.
check. Oh yeah, he's not exhausted.
Yeah.
He is dead.
Pew pew.
He's not exhausted.
Pew pew. And then I'm going to drop prone
Yeah.
In your hidden
inside my
snowbank.
snowbank. Yep.
Inside your hidden.
So
So you're
everyone hears
hidden
a
and prone.
shook, and a little mound of snow fluffs up a little bit. No one really knows what's going on. So Obsidian, it's your turn, and
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
and you're still juggling, right?
I am.
People
I'm
fucking
gonna
watching
move
this
up.
show are like, what is happening?
You got a bobblehead to it, man. It's the new dance. It's the bobblehead.
And do the same thing to sort of incorporate in the juggling.
If
And,
he gets
smack him in
adjacent
the
to this
face.
bonfire, does he take damage?
Dun, 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 dun,
I can't talk to
He's not listening.
Manicure that music's playing. If he gets adjacent to your bonfire, does he take damage?
Me?
I
Not
said Manicure,
adjacent to it,
Barbarian.
but if he starts his. Oh, no, Obsidian does not take damage. Let's see. Any creature in a bonfire space, blah, blah, blah. There it is. But no, that is not the one where if they're adjacent to it.
Moves in, oh, okay, so you gotta be in the space, not adjacent. Okay.
Yep.
So go ahead, you move up to him. He's not prone or anything. He's just kind of crouching a little.
He's in a fire, though.
Yeah, he's gonna start his turn in it if he lives.
He's done here.
Oh, he's critical. He got slapped with his jockstrap. Wait, what?
I'm gonna
what'd you
follow
get?
up with
Juggling
my elbow to his little dog nose.
He's got a little cap on his head, but you think it's a cup
Oh, it's a little
from a
dog
jockstrap.
nose. There were no animals harmed in the making
He's
of
like,
this.
hey.
Take out my newspaper. Whap.
And then he falls the rest
Bad
of the way, and
dog.
collapses into this bonfire, and his hair starts to catch on fire. Starting to smell like burnt wet dog. Mr. Quaid.
There's not much going on. So Dennis stands up and starts limping down the hill. And
Oh yeah, that means get to do one of these. As I take you guys out of initiative.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh yeah, and there's still this mouse, this rat.
You know, I would take the action to dismiss it, but it's just so perfect.
Somebody stuffs it in the snow.
Can you
Like
imagine somebody
dinner
coming
and
up on that an hour later and there's this rat making music buried in the snow?
yes.
I think it would be moving though, wouldn't it? I think it would be going.
It would be bobbleheading.
Yeah, here, I'll cast
Ah.
minor illusion and make the snow fluff up around it.
Monkey spinning monkeys. That's the silly music from Sirenscape. It's not something I found. It's in Sirenscape. So
I like it.
start using it. It's Clyde. It's Clyde. All right. So I'm sure you guys are going to search the area and see what you found. So over here, there's a pile of dead rats. There is a rat on the spit cooking. And you can see there's bones and stuff scattered around where they have partaken in several rats already. You also the things that are worth taking. You find about 20 arrows amongst the knolls. A longbow is in pretty good shape. There's a pouch with some silver and copper in it. There's 5 rat rations and
One
a
apiece.
and a spear that is salvageable if anyone wants it. I'm going to put that in the old party inventory tab. And it was 30 silver and 21 copper. Oh wait, we need to do some party inventory cleanings. Am I deleting everything that's in the party sheet? What's going on?
Zazzy's scale mail better than what you have?
Wait. Let me look. Where is the inventory? Oh my god, this fucking. I have scale mail.
You have a suit of chain, I think, in your inventory too, didn't I see?
Do I? I do. Why do I have both? Which is better?
So everybody's good with
So scale
Probably
mail.
because the
everything.
extension gave it to you.
Oh
No,
chain is
he got the chain off a
is
dead body. Yeah, some
right,
guy
but chain is better, right?
Yeah, chain is heavy armor.
So
Do
I
you have
will.
heavy armor proficiency?
Oh,
There's a cleric. Oh, yeah.
Most clerics don't.
okay. Let's just calm down. I got an extra proficiency, but I think my extra proficiency was martial weapons. I'm still not done building my character. That's why I haven't 100% been paying attention because I've been building my character. So let me double check.
All right, there's your.
I do not have a heavy armor proficiency, but I want to get it.
I'm
So
gonna drag
I'm
that
carrying
back
around
in
this
there,
extra 55 pounds of.
and then
So yeah, I don't need to do anything.
if anybody wants any of that stuff, I put it in the party sheet. And I split up what coins you guys had in there.
I took one of the rat rations. It's in my inventory, but it still shows 5.
Yeah, I
in the party
did
sheet.
a mistake. I had to
Okay.
redrag the. Anybody want any of it? Are you gonna leave it?
I didn't need anything in here.
No.
Hey,
No.
Rob,
Somebody-
what module would Dust of Dryness be in? I looked in Wondrous Items. It's not.
It's a DMG.
Dungeon Master.
Yeah,
No,
but
for
you
the
mean
coding.
the
No, I meant
code?
the coding. Yeah,
It-
because it does. See, I'm reading it.
I've got it right here. 5e wondrous items. It's in there.
Yeah.
Just search for dust.
Item was
I
of
think I was
dust of
searching.
dryness. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Sometimes
'cause I'm
less
searching
search
the
is more.
module activation. Yeah.
to Neil, we'll sit down and just start chewing on some rat meat.
The rat meat you find a little chewy, but fresh.
And tasty.
And you have two
Those are-
fires now, because this tree stump is like fully inflamed now.
This is interesting. That search was case sensitive. That's why I couldn't find it. Capital D dust.
And if you type a small
I
d
used
in, it won't.
lowercase d. No, I've used lowercase d and it worked.
I've got the spells open from the wondrous items, and I type lowercase dust.
Works for me at lowercase.
Do you have a level, ritual, or source selected in your filter?
Nope. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this because there's like a weird like 3 bars at the top that.
So stand
so
between
I'm
two
gonna
fires.
give you.
Get warm.
I'm gonna say that you guys take a short rest, right?
All right.
Yes.
Short rest.
Yeah, something's glitchy there. Marbanya.
That next actor. Short rest.
Bam. What I needed.
Dennis is no longer prone. Or maybe he's laying down on the job.
Yeah.
He's warming himself up in the snow.
Dennis
And
gets to have his
there's
AC
no
back.
longer any music playing because it's been over an hour.
Dun, 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 dun,
Hey Drake,
dun.
somebody in the chat is asking if this is a custom map or part of the collection that comes with the module.
This is a custom map I made using Fantasy Grounds, one of their art packages.
Which they now have a subscription to, which seems hella good.
So I just took like they had like a snow mound or something on one side and another snow mound, and then I just threw some crap down.
Yeah, for those of you guys that are watching that are interested in the Unity art subscription, what is it? Do you have that, Drake? Is it $5 or $10 a month?
I paid for the whole year. It was $50 for the whole year. So
yeah,
there's a discount.
so I think it's $5 a month or $50 for the year. And then instead of buying the art packs for $20 a piece, you get them all while your subscription is active. And then if you deactivate your subscription, they all go away.
I think they did the math right.
Yep.
Now it's worth $60.
Right, because it's $5 a month, which would be 60, 5 times 12. Unless you get the year off, then you get it for 50.
No, it's worth if you bought everything right now that they're including, I think would be $60 you spent.
Oh
But
no, they've got
art
no,
packs?
they've got at least 6 or 8 of them at least.
Subscription access only. You can't buy them outright. Is that what you're saying?
No, you
can't.
I'm saying
You can
if
buy them
you
outright.
buy them outright, I thought somebody said it was until yesterday it was a $60 value.
Oh,
And going up rapidly because they're going to be adding a ton of them in the next few weeks.
right. So I mean,
The
I thought they
subscription's
had
worth it if they are releasing regularly.
I think I saw they're gonna do at least 2 a week or something. I think I
2
heard
a week or
like-
2 a month?
or 2 a month rather. I think that's what I heard. 2 a month.
That'd be definitely worth it. I've been
Yeah.
buying them so far, but if they're doing 2 a month,
Or-
heck yeah.
2 and update. Maybe it was 2 a month. All right, I'm gonna
so
take
right
your
now there's
tokens.
1, 2,
2 and
3,
update
4,
every
5, 6.
couple hours.
There's 7 of them out right now, which if you bought them all outright would be $75. But you can get them all for $5 a month. The caveat to that is if you have the subscription, the second you don't have subscriptions anymore, you don't get to use the assets, and every map that you made is also gone. The map will show up, it'll just be black with a question mark on it because it won't pull the asset. But it's a pretty awesome value.
All right, so you guys get your short rest. You pack up and you start to trudge back to Calvin's Cairn. You figure if you kind of don't have any delays or anything, that you're probably going to get back about 8 p.m. roughly, which it's dark anyways in a couple
Right.
hours, no matter what. So the darkness doesn't really matter. But while you guys are thinking about what your character's going to do for the next 6 hours, we're going to take a 10-minute break. Break time. Break time. Break time. So
Break time.
I'm going to turn it over to Rob to put it on break.
All right, so we're going to go on break, everybody. And now we're on break. So I'm going to say 10-minute countdown. Boom.
Hey, Drake.
And then...
Huh.
Sorry about my confusion earlier with the start of combat.
Oh, I need to turn those guys off.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't mean to be snippy because
how
I
do I
thought
do
you
that?
understood, but that's cool.
There we go. Now you can't hear them. So, beep, 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 beep. Break time. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, break time. It's not that hard, Rob. You do it every fucking day. So let me put the clock on there because I know that's running. So 9.5 minutes. Now, here's what I have to do. I've got so much to do.
Fuck yeah. Mother fuck me.
That's Robin, everybody. I've got those 2 sound bites ready to go. So, I need to open Photoshop, don't I? Yes, I do. Oh, yeah. How's everybody doing, by the way? How's everybody doing? What's up in Twitch land, everybody? It's an exciting Saturday night game. It would be a pretty exciting Friday game if it was on Saturday, but that's the wrong one. Got the sounds working. Oh, so Bob, I do, but they don't. You don't hear them in Discord. I don't know how to pipe it through Discord because my mic and whatever, and I couldn't. I melted down. I was gonna do it before the show, and I thought I only have 3 hours. That's not enough. Taking a break, Thelgor. Taking a break. Prepping your game. I'd like it. Okay, so let me see. What do I have to do here? Oh, I mean, I got sounds. I got all kinds of sounds. You know, you don't know. I got all kinds of sounds I have. Well, I think I have 4. That one too. But yeah, I haven't figured out how to pipe it through the thing so that the stream hears it, but then the Discord people don't. So, and that's what you want, is you want the players to hear it. You do want the players to hear it, don't you, Robin?
Fuck yeah.
I thought. So I need to change the slide. Here it is. Here are the slides right here. I'm using Voice Meter, and then the thing with the sounds in it is called Voice Mod, maybe? Yeah, Voice Mod. And I haven't figured out how to pipe my sounds through, so I need a lesson. By the way, I've been streaming for 5 years with Voice Meter. I still don't know how to use it. I don't know what it does. All right, next week is the 19th. No. Next week is not the 19th. Next week is the 17th, maybe. Change that. I'm going to change this 0 to a 7, and that should be it. Should be easy as that. Should be easy as that. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so now I'm going to save that. It'll be even greater when I figure out how to pipe the sound through Discord. Save as a JPEG. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Get off my back. All right, now I got to do the YouTube one, remember? Then I have to refill my drink. I have a McDonald's large Diet Coke from like fucking 12 o'clock. It's like 7.5 hours old. No, it was 11:30. It's an 8-hour old. It's flat. It's like I've only drank about 70% of it. It's gone. I'm going to throw it away. All right, now I got to go do the... Today is episode 4. I'm going to change this to 3 to a 4, like that. Save as. You guys won't see this one. I think my favorite was, though, and Bob clipped this, and then I made it into a sound, was from Tuesday's. It was from this week's 5e pickup games where I can't remember why she was so mad, but she was mad.
Mother fuck me.
And you can hear like a 20th of a second of me at the end of that. If you listen close, I start to laugh, but I tried to cut it off.
Mother fuck me.
Yeah, because I laughed pretty hard. The whole clip is on Twitch if you guys want to see it. I ended up writing my own soundboard in Java for sound bites. Ooh. Nice. Check the Icewind Dale channel. This is what Bob is saying. Okay. Let's go look at it. Let's go look at it. Oh, Icewind Dale. I just can't follow instructions. I don't know what to I just don't know anything. Marbania dust. Well, he shows the he shows the search, but the window, you can't even see what's in the window. That's the wrong window. Microphone, voicemail, voice mod, virtual. Okay, I'm gonna look. Okay, I don't dare do it now. Bob, I don't dare do this right now because it will go wrong, so I'm going to do it after the game for next time. Meantime, I can just,
Fuck yeah. Mother fuck you. Mother fuck me.
And
then
then
I don't know if any of this shit works.
Like if I sound different, or if I sound like T-Pain. I don't even know if you guys are hearing that or not. Alright, let's just calm down. How do you shut this fucking thing off now? Oh my god, how do you stop it? Can I just... Thank you. Oh, reverb, yeah. Reverb here. Let's see. A reverb, yeah! Fucking Drake!
I don't know how to work any of this.
Alright. Stop. Alright. Let me turn everything back on here. Oh wait, how much time do I have? I gotta go get like a drink. Oh, I got 2 minutes. I got 3 minutes even. Alright, I'll take you guys with me. I'll take anybody who cares with me on my journey. Oh, maybe I only drank... No, it's about 70% of that. Okay. Up out of the chair. I have a standing desk, which I haven't used for fucking 9 months. Alexa, bedroom light on. Oh, I left my back door open and the thing that was holding it fell. I'll just close that and lock it up. I have the doors of my house open because it's raining outside and I love that whole... Alright. The Diet Coke, some type of snacky oral fixation, shall be what?
Asperger's.
Do you eat Asperger's? Oh, what in the hell what the fuck is this? Let's see what they did. Little packages. They didn't have the package, so they gave me 12 little packages.
Yeah, I had a buddy, man. My buddy said, yeah, come on over and eat dinner. He said, no, my son's got Asperger's now. I thought, I don't want to eat them.
Don't eat Asperger's.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I was gonna take the table down, but never mind. It's not worth it for the ding. Well,
Isn't it?
I'll just ding when it's your turn, Rob.
Okay,
Love
ding! Well, I should be able to... I'm all done making my stuff now. I should be fine. My character's on the Twitch thing, and everything's fine. It might need to be tweaked in some manner, but it's good enough. Oh yeah, I don't know how to add a proficiency. That doesn't seem like should be able to do it. Oh, is it over? Is it time?
Getting there.
Time.
Oh yeah.
So that's 7 pinches of dust of dryness, Drake. Does that work for you? 1d6 plus 1 is what it says.
Apparently, yeah. Awesome. Good job.
Cool.
Little package of cookies. Like that.
Excellent.
I will carry these around until we come to our first snow elemental or ice elemental or
So the
water elemental.
Or
we didn't.
nymphomaniac.
Water. Well, I mean, everything's gonna be frozen, so they're gonna be kind of useless. So you're gonna have to use like flamethrower against the ice elemental.
Well, it says if it's constructed primarily of water, so ice or anything. Someone can use it.
There's exactly 7 of these.
An elemental composed mostly of water that is exposed to a pinch of this dust. So it doesn't matter if it's frozen.
Yeah, there's not a. I don't think there is an ice elemental. It's just a water elemental.
Water,
all right, so you guys. One thing we didn't establish for you guys, and welcome back, everybody. Everybody's back. Liam's here. He's just munching on something.
I forgot.
Oh,
I
there
forgot.
he is. But we didn't establish your default marching order in the party sheet, so I know that's going to take a while. Who would want to be in the front?
The tank.
Well, this isn't necessarily in combat. This is like moving through,
Who has dark vision?
Oh, the secret explorer notice and perception.
I've got 120-foot dark vision.
That's probably the good person to be in the front right there. Grun in the front. Who's in the back?
So does Dennis.
Who's covering the rear?
Dennis has George W. Bush shoe dodge. He's got that on his.
Shoe dodge.
That's great.
Who would be in the back? The slowest person probably.
I can go in the back. I got 120-foot dark vision, so I just constantly look over my shoulder. He's used to looking over his shoulder anyway.
How does
Neo should be in the middle since he always has light on him. Like he has like a torch strapped to his backpack with light on it.
And Obsidian's fast, so he can like book up to the front if he needs to. So something like that look good for you guys?
Looks good.
All right, let's do a default watch order. Who would be people with dark vision? Who's that?
Me, and I only sleep 4 hours, and I don't sleep, but yeah.
And I'm the other person that has it, and Grun has Devil's Sight, even better.
Yeah, that works even in magical darkness.
So something like.
Well, there's 4 watches, right?
There's 5 in this case if everyone takes 1 watch.
Well, but it's 8 hours, so everybody takes 2 hours. Yeah.
It's an hour and 30-something minutes each.
Usually we just do 4 watches, and two people have 1 watch, or somebody doesn't have a watch or something.
Well, I think it should be like this then.
I mean, as DM, if you want to keep track of 138, an hour, 38 block minute, or whatever, you can do that.
1.6 hours per person.
I just changed the watch to 2 hours, and everybody gets 6 hours sleep.
There you go.
And it's faux. So
two
so the
threes
watch
now.
Obsidian, you're on first watch. Neo, you're on second watch. Third watch is Dennis and Grun together, and then last watch is Zaze.
I'm on fifth watch.
Sound about right. And you pray for
Yep.
your spells in the morning, the cleric, or in the evening.
Oh,
I think you can choose.
I do it on my watch. I should be
That would
fourth
be
though,
in the
right?
morning
Not
then.
fifth. You gonna change that?
So you're pulling out your prayer rug and
I was gonna try to make
closing
it
your eyes and praying while you're on
4.275
watch.
because I was dividing it up equally, but 4.275.
I gotta face southwest when I pray, by the way.
Nice. That's like are you
Don't say
you
it.
got
Don't
a
say it.
little blanket you put down?
No, I stand up and I stand on one foot. I alternate.
Do you do like the Karate Kid stand?
The flying crane.
All right, so you guys start trudging back, and the further and further you guys get to Caer Konig, the windier and nastier the weather's getting. It's getting to the point now that it's actually starting to affect your movement. The wind is really, really howling. You think you're experiencing a blizzard. And you completely... I wonder if I turn that down there, if it turns it down for you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that lower? All right. So is that bearable? A little bit lower, maybe?
Yeah, that's good.
That's perfect.
All right, so you guys... you know you're getting close to town, I mean, just because you've been traveling long enough, but you're not sure because the blizzard has totally like washed away the tracks, and now you can't tell, snow's starting to pile up, so you don't know where the path's at anymore. So you're not sure if you've gotten completely lost or not, for one. But the blizzard in Icewind Dale, the hazard condition is the blizzards that ravage Icewind Dale and harry travelers on the mountain pass are reflections of a rule's self-imposed isolation. A blizzard in Icewind Dale typically lasts 2 to 4 hours, and whenever the characters are caught in one, the following rules apply until it ends. A blizzard's howling wind limits hearing to a range of 100 feet and imposes disadvantage on range attack rolls. So any range attack rolls in a blizzard, disadvantage. It also imposes disadvantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing. The wind extinguishes open flames, disperses fogs, erases tracks in the snow, and makes flying by non-magical means nearly impossible. Good thing you didn't play an Aarakocra. A creature fails at the end of its turn if it's flying by non-magical means and can't hover. Visibility in a blizzard is reduced to 30 feet. Creatures without goggles or other eye protection have disadvantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight due to blowing snow.
Aren't those included with our cold weather gear?
Yeah, I would assume you
We
would.
all have snowshoes, yeah.
Well, the extreme cold weather is thick coats, gloves, and the like. So, do you guys have the goggles?
We have
Yes.
the
I'd
like.
say yeah.
All
That
right,
makes
that's
sense.
Sure.
included in the like then.
Yeah.
So it's probably minus 50 right now, the temperature.
Oof.
Maybe minus 60. And the wind is howling. So, I think what we need to do is see how lost you guys are, right? So I'm gonna have you guys roll one of these. Now, if this is your native terrain and you're a ranger, make sure you click on that advantage button. All those rangers in the party, I saw them all. Click it. Sorcerer, sorcerer, sorcerer. Oh, what? And Grun, you and Neo have a disagreement on which way to go. You think you should be going this way, and he thinks you should be going that way, like almost the opposite direction that you think.
What about the rest?
Bob, are you talking? Or are you just
Who, me?
miming?
No, I'm just pointing at directions that I think we should be going.
You can't really talk that well, but which direction are you guys going to go in?
I suggest that we hunker down and build a small snow, like find a snow embankment and tunnel into it, dig into it.
You guys think you might be maybe an hour or less to town if you're not completely lost. You could be an hour or less from town.
We could and then go that way and end up being 2 hours.
And you know building a shelter is going to take at least that long.
Yes, but if we get lost and we go in the wrong direction, we'll be even further.
Yeah, I'm more for a bivouac.
Okay, let's hunker down.
Is this the beginning of the sex talk where you tell us to build a bunker and get inside? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's start digging.
We gotta pre-procreate.
All right, so there's like a small hill off to your left, right? It's got it looks like some fence posts or something. Somebody had some. You think you're at the edge of a property line or something? You see fence posts kind of sticking up out of the snow, and it's kind of holding back a big blob of snow. And you guys think by getting up against this fence where the snow's been collecting, you'll have cover, and then you can start some kind of shelter, I'm assuming, is what you want to do. Did somebody bring, like, igloo building tools or anything?
We got rope, we got blankets.
I can make an illusion of an igloo. Does that help?
You were frozen for a second, too. It looked like an illusion. You were like...
Yeah, Chroma Cam's screwing with my camera for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
See, that's what I thought of Chroma Cam. I went all natural.
I have the 2 steel shields and 2 war picks I can hand out.
All right, so you like on the ends, you kind of wedge these shields in. You guys are all huddled down, like sitting next to each other, trying to get out of this howling wind. It's only been like a couple of hours maybe, so this storm could last a couple more hours. You don't know.
Did anyone bring a tent?
You mean like a 6-man tent that you'd be hauling on your back, or what do you...
No.
I don't think so.
Got a GP medium right here in my backpack. Get the poles out.
Oh my god, GP medium. I'm having a fucking flashback right now. Holy shit, I haven't heard that
the potbelly
in 30
stove.
years. GP medium. Oh my god.
You have no idea how many of those I've put up.
So we definitely need to start a little fire to keep ourselves warm.
I don't think it would help.
Somebody has a bonfire. It's a cantrip.
So you hold up a torch and it gets blown out of your hand. You're like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea.
I've got the bonfire cantrip, so I can sit here and cast it,
Because we're not gonna seal it, right? It's just gonna be an opening, like a cave, and then we can light a fire in it.
Of course.
And it'll make the walls solid. It'll make the walls solid. Lice them up.
Are you guys gonna start digging down or something, or?
Yeah, kind of dig like a little indentation,
into
little cup.
What are you using to dig with?
10-15 minutes of just scraping stuff out of the way. Probably
the 2 shields. You could use those to dig with. Pretty.
2 war picks too.
You got a couple of war picks too.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's since that's like manual labor and stuff, I'm gonna have you guys do some just some strength. I'm going to let you do athletics. Let's see how well you guys do as you're digging. The ground's a little frozen. Dennis is like busting it up with the pick, and Zazzy's coming along. Neo is an obsidian. They're just kind of just going along with it. They're having a conversation about how cold they are. And Grun is just like moving his mess kit around on the snow. He's not really digging.
I'll
He's
Eldritch Blast to soften the ground up.
yeah, he's like
Pew,
heating
pew,
up,
pew, pew, pew. It's
trying
it's
to
force
splash
damage,
the
so it's
water.
little explosions.
But
Pew, pew, pew.
all right, so you know, like 15, 20 minutes of this, and you're, you know, your hands are starting to go numb, and you can feel the beginnings of frostbite starting. You know, you're starting to get hypothermia. You're like, everybody's starting to shiver. A couple of you are afraid that when you stop shivering is where the problem comes in. So, what are you guys gonna do to help that situation out? You got like two ends to this shelter, and you dug down into the ground, but it's pretty hard digging. The ground's pretty frozen.
Cast bonfire right here in the middle. We can all sit around it. I'll do that for about 5 minutes, just every minute for about 5 minutes. Cast bonfire till we get warm, and then when we all start getting cool again, I'll do it again.
Yeah, I can
Well,
cast firebolt.
the first couple of times you do it, you realize the only person that's getting warm is the one that's downwind of the bonfire.
Or in
because it just gets like blown right on. It just whoosh, and as it gets blown across them, it extinguishes almost immediately. So it's not really. I mean, you can take turns. It feels kind of good for a second. You know, you're like,
I mean, if it's a question of survival, that's what we'll do.
We can
trying
also
to warm each other up.
Build up the wall higher and around the corner.
Yeah, so I can cast firebolt to try to like.
Obsidian's got his winter blanket as well. It's got wrapped around him.
So Grun's got out, or Obsidian's got out a winter blanket, and he's like, "Come on, help it build a little taller. Come on, let's put some more snow over here." Now he's acting like he wants to dig. I mean, last 20 minutes he was just talking away and didn't really get very far. Now he's voting for the dig. What about Zazzy? What's he doing? He was actually digging a hole. He's all sweating. He's like, he's got his pick in his hand. I'm like, digging, man. What the hell are you guys doing?
Well, what the hell is everybody doing?
Are you gonna keep digging, or
I'll just keep pumping out the effort as best I can.
What about Mr. Quaid?
Yeah, I've been digging, man. Athletics.
Quaid.
20.
Oh yeah, Quaid.
I'm
Quaid's
digging me a hole to get into.
Well, it takes 3 successes to build the igloo. So, all those that want to help dig, give me. I'm going to push you an athletics check. Anybody
if I
not
use
want it?
firebolt to help dig, does that give anyone a advantage?
Just dig.
It's fire, and it catches things on fire.
There's not much to catch on fire currently, and it's so windy that it's just going like when you cast it out, it is like you can't even hit anything.
I will help. Neil will help dig with his hand.
All right, so let's see how well you guys do. Come on, oh come on. 3. There's 1. There's 2. Oh. That's only 2 successes. The DC's at 15.
Well, I rolled a 20 the first time.
We're missing Zazzy's.
Zazzy's got an 11.
You know what?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna keep cantrip casting bonfire right here and let it melt a hole down into this snow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just.
That's what I'm saying. You guys are hitting dirt. You're hitting ground.
Yeah, we need to take down.
You said, Drake, you said those of you who didn't get a success. Am I supposed to roll this again?
Yeah, this is the second roll.
Oh, we all.
you
I
get
thought
a
it was
pop-up?
those who succeeded, and then the other people kept trying. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so roll your check.
Yeah, that's right, bitch. 13.
Damn, it was close. And he even could have used inspiration and didn't, knowing he needed a success to be successful.
It didn't say I failed.
Well, he said
the DC was a 15.
Oh, don't you have the ability to actually put the DC so it tells us pass or fail?
I usually don't because it's another button I gotta push, but I could. I could. I totally could.
God forbid.
Well, usually you guys don't see the rolls either,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
you know it doesn't. I know if it's a fail or success. I don't need it to tell me. But yeah, maybe if I do that, I'll try that. Remind me next time. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah. So you guys all gain a level of exhaustion.
Yay!
Well,
Yay!
You want us to put that on, or are you gonna do it?
You can if you want. That way you can delete it when I forget. I like it when players do it.
Gerbil, I don't want to cuddle with these guys. We all smell like the skins that we're wearing, you know.
You wearing the Durga skins? What?
No, the seal pup skins that we're wearing. Yeah.
What is happening?
There were no animals harmed in the making of this.
Or Knoll skins?
So you guys, you know, you're like the 6 seconds of bonfire heat that you each get is like just a tease. I mean, you all want to be in it all the time. You're like, just burn me, just pour it on me. You know, you're getting to that stage that it's getting colder and colder. Now you haven't started taking any damage yet because you've been staying a little bit warm from the bonfire, but. You know, if you guys don't do something soon, you're going to start feeling some frostbite happening.
Well, seal it up.
So you've got part of the structure up, but you know you can't. It's still a little too windy in here to have a standing fire. You know?
Here's where I think the miss. So the first thing I said earlier was that I want to find a snowbank because if we're in a blizzard, I guarantee you there are snowbanks someplace. You know,
it is a snowbank. It's about 4 feet tall. You're up against the back of a bank, and you're trying to build a shelter out of the bank. But you're trying to dig down, and you can only dig down a couple feet, and you hit dirt.
Okay, that's not okay.
You hit dirt. You know, the snow wasn't that deep. On the other side of the snowbank, you could have climbed up and been in deeper snow and stuff, but this is protecting you more from the wind right now. But you're closing it in. You're getting some of it dug out. You're starting to build it in, but you're getting tired and you're wearing down, and it's gonna be harder for you guys to succeed. So you still need 3 successes out of the party to
We all have
finish.
disadvantage now on our ability check.
You do. And it's going to get harder if you guys don't succeed.
Yeah.
Or the storm's going to stop. One or two, or you guys are going to die.
Is it a saving throw?
It's a skill check, athletics.
Well, we already have disadvantage on our
In this route, you know, you're trying to build a shelter. Are there any other ideas?
Uncover the lantern. Maybe that will call people to come help us.
Dennis Quaid, you don't have exhaustion.
Because they said that the lantern made like Northern Lights style stuff in the sky above the town. So why wouldn't it put Northern Lights above us to bring people to us?
Yeah. Certainly worth a try. Send up a light flare. Cast light on an arrow and start shooting them up in the sky.
It's super easy enough to uncover. You just take it out of its little burlap sack. It's and it's blinky, blinky, blinky.
There you
Where
go.
you
Let's
put
do
it
that.
and how you hang it is another story. I'm assuming you got it in your hand and you're holding it around, or if you ran it up a flagpole, it might be a little more easy to see. You know what I mean? There's no flagpole nearby. I'm just
top
making
of
a
the
comment.
snowbank. Top of the snowbank, kind of like.
Try to run up there and like stick it on the top of your hut that you're building.
Yep.
All right, so we need another athletics check from you guys. Now
Neo will use as inspiration.
It's been about 2 hours. And if you guys want to use inspiration, would be a bad time to
Yeah,
click
I've already got it.
advantage
I've already got
button.
it checked.
I'm going to also use my insp.
I am too.
I was going to push them to you.
Yeah. Dennis Quaid doesn't have exhaustion. He needs exhaustion.
So Obsidian already rolled. I'm going to unclick him and then give you guys a request for roll.
So I'm assuming
you already got one success.
I'm assuming this is going to be a straight roll because we already have disadvantage.
Hans was. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, exhaustion 1. I'll put it on myself since he's not.
No, that's why I was telling you, because we all put it on ourselves.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we need one more success.
Well,
hashtag close enough.
Obsidian had a 20, so Obsidian's like, we're not gonna die. He starts doing some monk chi shit and starts chopping up a hole.
So we did get 3.
Nice. Monk chop shit.
All right. So you guys, after about another 30 minutes of bear breaking, like back work and stuff, you guys have like a little couch, out of ice. You built a little refrigerator and you got some food in it, out of ice. It's got a little door on it. I mean, you guys really got it laid out. You got a little fire pit. It's all nice and warm and toasty. It's warm enough in here that you can probably take off your gloves if you want.
In the words of the Navy SEALs, nut to butt, nut to butt.
He got a whole like little igloo kind of thing built around. It's got a little chimney. Is somebody able to cast light?
I have light on me.
Nut to butt? Are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Back in my day, it was make your butt when you were in line for chow or something. It was make your buddy smile.
Yep.
No, they do nut to butt when they need to get warm after like coming out of the cold ocean. And yeah, I have light cast on my torch pretty much always.
Some of them do nut to nut. That's all right. It's okay. There's not anything wrong with it.
Nut to butt.
All right, so about an hour, almost 2 hours later, the wind dies down, and you guys see a blink of a little bit of light, of dim light creeps through your little the roof of your little igloo that you've got built, and somebody pokes their head out and tells that it's over. The blizzard is over. And and you guys crawl out, grabbing all your gear
and the lantern,
and trudge the 10 minutes to town.
Fuck you! We were 10 minutes away.
Yeah, you see that the fence line is the border.
That is fantastic. Oh my god, that's so
The
great.
fence line is the border of the outside of the town, and it's actually not a fence line, but in cold weather, when people try to get from like their house to the outhouse, they have like a line run in the yard so they can hold on to it and follow it. What's it called? It's a snow thing, but like a lead thing, and it's like a lead coming from somebody's house out to an outhouse that you guys are up against. And on the other side of the stand that you guys were digging in, that was hard dirt, it was frozen poop because that was an outhouse behind it. So you guys keep smelling shit as you're walking. Like, why ain't we smelling shit? You keep looking
You're
at
an
your
ass, Drake. You're an ass.
you keep looking at your snowshoes. Like, did you step on something? As you come into town, it's late. It's definitely late. So let me push you the Care Koenig map again, so you guys can see.
And I did specify that we grab the lantern.
Oh yeah, I'm assuming you got everything.
I'm just pointing that out.
I'm assuming the only thing you left there was a hole.
Yeah.
Smelly hole
A smelly hole.
with a poop couch.
And maybe some fingernails where, they broke off for you digging.
Did
All
we
right, so
take any
here's
poop damage?
Koenig again. You guys are coming in from, somewhere. You actually get to the main road here, and then finish your way up towards the middle of town here, right by the speaker's house. As a matter of fact, when you guys come into town. The frozen, the hook, line, and sinker is the one that gives out the free drinks, and the Northern Light is the inn where you guys probably assume you're going to have a good time because you got the lantern. So do you guys want to go be heroes,
there.
smelling like poop, or do you or go get cleaned up, or do you guys want to tend to anything else before you get over there?
I'd say we should
we
get
need to
cleaned
get our
up
money
first.
from the speaker first.
You look up at the house and you don't see any lights on or anything. It looks pretty dark.
He's
I
passed
don't know
out.
if
He's in the
you don't know if he's
tavern
home or
somewhere.
not.
Let's go
Might be on guard
get
duty.
cleaned up, and
Well, I think the place to
meet
get
the
cleaned
charade
up is the
sisters.
place that you guys need to go to, anyways. The Northern
Yeah.
Light. It's the inn.
Yep.
It's the place with the baths.
I'm saying let's go there. Let's get cleaned up. We'll talk to the charade sisters.
The only Frozen Far expedition, you do see lights on and stuff when you go by, if you care. That's where the dog sleds are, and that's kind of the general store and stuff. But
She abandoned us.
yeah, you don't go like snooping as you go by. But you get to the Northern Light, and let me give you the map I did for the Northern Light, just because I did it. And I'm gonna put you guys on it. There you guys go as you go inside the Northern Light.
Snowing in here.
Yep, I didn't make it
Can you
layers.
open the toolbar?
There you go.
There's a hole
So
in the roof.
I know, right?
There's a hole in the roof.
I know now to do it on layers. I actually could actually drag that down.
Snow below.
Maybe down here.
Drag the snow below. There you go.
There you go. There you go. Now it's only snowing outside.
Magic.
Look, I know how to use a map. I know how to wipe my own ass. Oh, I was gonna look at the description. The Northern Light. So what do you guys do? You come in and they all
sit down, table.
Allie and Corey are the two gals. Allie's the younger one.
What you call them, Bobby?
The charade sisters.
And see, my links are all screwed up.
They're the charade sisters. There's
Okay, I'm gonna say it right now. You ready? Is this where we slept? Was this the inn?
Yes.
Yeah, this is the inn, the Northern Light. There's the bedrooms upstairs.
So, and they have we can take a bath, right? That's probably what we want.
Yeah, there is a bath and everything.
Okay.
And it's it's before midnight, so it's not horribly late. And you guys are tired, and probably
there's a fire going somewhere, right?
Yeah, there's a big fire. I mean, it's kind of dwindling now. The place is closing down. They're kind of cleaning up as you guys come in. So
that's right, B.
Yeah, so you guys just go right over to the fire, and she's like, "Oh my, you're almost half frozen to death. Let's put some more logs on the fire for you." And she chucks some logs in there, and she's like, Corey," and her older sister comes out as I drag the whole house around.
I blast logs
Grid's off
on
now.
fire until they're burning real hot.
Oh, you have to do that. That's why. And her older sister comes out, and she's like, "What's all the commotion going on out here?" And she's like, "Our friends have returned, and look, they carry the lantern. They carry the northern light." And they're both of their eyes are lit up, and Corey's like, "Oh, let me put some hot soup on for them." And she goes back into the kitchen, and you can hear banging pots and stuff. And so she like starts getting out some bourbon or whatever to warm you guys up. Starts passing it out as you get the fire going. What else you guys want to do down here?
Now, when you say
Neo will ask what the or if there's any rooms open for the evening.
She's like, I had to fight her. I had to fight Corey. She didn't want to do it, but I made sure when you boys came back that we had rooms for you.
Okay, so we all need
They're
a
all ready
bath.
for you as soon as you are. Yes, the bath is ready. I just have to heat up the water for you.
Please do that, and then I would like some company.
She's like, yes,
Hello.
yes, right away. And she goes over to whoever's holding the lantern. She goes, may I hold it again?
I don't have
Who's
a lantern.
who's carrying the lantern? No one's carrying the lantern. We
So
left it on the. It's back on
Neo
the
grabbed
desk.
it off. So I guess Neo would go yes.
So
Neo grabbed
she's
it
like,
off the igloo.
oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. She picks it up and she's like, I'll clean this up a little bit more. And, she starts wiping it with a rag she's got in her hand. She's constantly cleaning. She's on, and she like wipes it down a little and she sets it on the bar over here. And then she says, oh, let me tend to those hot baths for you boys. And she leaves and goes upstairs.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
All right,
All
somebody
right.
draw me a bath on this map for me. There's no
Drawing.
bath, but I like it. There's a bath. So you guys are good for the evening? You're gonna finish your evening out, have some hot stew, get warm, and take baths, and turn in?
Yes, and then in the morning, we should probably all go and find out what these dwarvish letters are, what they say. Talk to Jartha Fardass and find out,
Hard ass.
That's
yes,
right,
Jartha
Jartha
Fardass.
Fardass.
Talk to her, explain that we're going to give her a negative review for leaving us. And
Oh wait, I think I missed something. Hold on, let me read.
We're gonna give her a negative review.
I got a little
Yeah.
too far ahead
1 star.
You're gonna on Yelp? Is that what you're gonna give her?
Yeah, on Yelp,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, here it is.
Yelp, the snow slitter.
So when you guys
channel.
return to the Northern Light, they find Trovis is passed out in a padded armchair. So Trovis is like over here in the corner. He's like passed out. That's the speaker of the house, the Dragonborn. He's like, there's like empty bottles on the table. And Allie says, "Oh, we just let him sleep. He's safer in here than he is in the snow."
Prestidigitation, a fart smell in his nose.
So when you guys get up, he'll probably still be down here. So you guys can talk to him in the morning. So I'm gonna pass you guys a long rest, unless there's any objections. No objections.
Nope.
Everybody's good with it. All right, long rest. And just like
Remove
that, the
exhaustion?
magic of D&D, yeah,
It did not.
exhaustion can be deleted by the players, And
Should that
Through
be
the
automatic?
magic of
Yeah?
D&D.
the magic
No,
of
it doesn't
fantasy
automatically
grounds.
remove because there's too many situations where a rest will not remove exhaustion.
Yeah. Level up.
Not quite.
Okay.
So you guys sleep in. Like, it's comfortable, it's warm, you're clean, you're in a bed. You guys got your own room. It's clean, it's nice. You dump all your gear and you just sleep. You get like 14 hours of sleep. You get two. I'm gonna push you another rest. You get 2 long rests. I mean, it's just such a nice sleep. You just. So you guys like come down. It's like 2 in the morning, and your hair's all standing up. Because you went to bed with a wet head. And what do you guys do? It's like afternoon the next day when you guys come down. Let me pass the time. Let's see, 12 o'clock. You guys. So it is noon the next day. So let me pass it to morning, and then let me go to noon.
So it's the afternoon, so the
Yeah.
speaker's
So when you come
already
down
drinking.
the tavern, there's people already buzzing around. It seems like a popular spot at the moment. There's some talk that some adventurers have discovered where the lantern's been, and so the place is kind of thrumming with nosy people as you guys come down into the great room. You see, it's just another gruesome day in 10 towns. Howling wind, bitter cold, foul tempers, and snowdrifts big enough to bury a herd of moose. But today, not only is the tavern abuzz with the adventurers returning, but there's also a series of recent killings.
What?
Uh-huh.
Wasn't us, we swear.
Yeah. Well, they say that before the murders, the only question on everyone's mind was, will Summer ever return to Icewind Dale? Now the question is, will I be the killer's next victim? So it's all hush, people talking, you know, they say nothing breeds fear and paranoia like a murder with no face. So
Oh.
there's people talking. You see the Speaker of the House, he's here. You also see this dwarf, female dwarf. She's old. I mean, Dirt looks at her and goes, "Damn, she's old." She's older than Dirt, and she's got like a big scar down her face, and it's all mangled. Her eye, part of her eye is like white, where the scar went down through it, and she's looking at you guys when you're moving around and stuff. So what are you guys doing? You want to talk to anybody? You want to ask any specific questions?
Neil wants to talk to the dwarf and find out what this letter says.
Oh, so you go up to her and
What's this
plop a
say?
letter down in front of her. What does this say? She's like, she looks up at you. She says, "What do I look like, your secretary?"
No, but I'll buy you the finest ale the house has.
Well, good sir, I'll read it for you. So she like fumbles around for a moment too long, and she pulls out these little big old pot bottle spectacle reading glasses.
And I'll kind of
She's like,
motion for,
"Huh,
bring her an ale.
this is in Dwarven. It's been quite a while since I've read this." And now the DM's got to go find this stupid note.
How much does the ale cost?
Is the speaker in the
Well,
bar?
yeah, he is in the bar. He's chatting it up too. What am I looking for? I forgot now.
What the note says.
Oh yeah, the note. Story. Oh, I deleted it. I gotta go to my story entry. It says some shit in Dwarven. I tell you that right now.
It says some shit in Dwarven, I'll tell you that right now.
I may find that stupid thing. You know, when you're trying to find something specific, it could be a pain in the butt.
It was a crumpled up piece of paper.
I know.
No, that's literally what's written on the paper. It says some shit in Dwarven.
Yeah, I can't find that paper because I just got a font and changed it and. All right, we'll come back to that. What's everyone else doing?
Staying away from people that want to ask questions.
You like sitting in the corner, just having a quiet. What do you order? A drink? 2 silver. The ales are.
Yeah, I'll have
Okay.
one of them.
Neo will go
They're
ahead.
actually. It's actually mead. It's not ale.
Neo will go
If that
ahead and
matters.
spend
Even
2
better.
gold and purchase her 4 ales for her services.
Oh wow, you're a big tipper.
Yep.
Are you carousing?
Just the tip.
That's so cool.
Just trying to make a friend. She looks like she's been around here for a while, so might as well make her happy, get some information out of her, have her read the note.
So the old dwarf, female dwarf, sitting at the table. She's like, she finally finds these reading glasses. She puts them on, and she like cracks her back. It's like, and she's like, here, let me read this for you. It says, brother, you will find me on the frozen ferry in East Haven. From this new base, the search for Chardolin continues. Long may our father reign over the dark land. And it's signed some character named Dearth.
Death. Death.
Frozen Ferry. We gotta head to East Haven then.
So the shield, the Dragonborn speaker, he's like Trovus. He's like burps. He's like, did they say charlatan? He comes staggering over that way. What did you say, charlatan? And she hands you back your note. It's their note.
What do you know of Charlatan?
Say again?
What do you know of Charlatan?
Charlatan. Charlatan's not a good thing. It's been called different things, but dwarves have been mining it and burying it, and it's
Lies.
bad. You shouldn't have it around. It's not good. Who's searching for it? He's trying to read the note. He's like,
Some guy named Dearth.
do you mind if I investigate this a little further?
A Durger.
I'll get right on it in the morning.
Yeah, mention to the dwarf that they are Durger.
Oh yes, Neo will definitely mention that these were found from a dwarven base, or Druger base, and curious what would bring Druger to the surface.
I would say they stirred up a nest of drow, perhaps. Who knows? But it's definitely an omen, she says. And Trovus says, "Well, I'll make sure I add them to the list of people to look out for on patrol tonight." All right, you guys got the note. Somebody make a note of the note, and I don't have to find it no more. Because now it's
I've
on
made a note.
you. Now it's on you. So
What do we get paid?
Yeah. So about that goat's butt
Go.
and some money.
who's paying you?
Speaker said that he was going to pay us.
Oh yeah, that's
1,000
right. He
gold
promised
each.
you like 1 gold and 2 silver, right? He had in his pocket. That's what he
And a
promised
goat's
you.
butt.
And and you
He
guys got the 2
specifically
goats. They're over in the corner. They're like, "It's so warm." The
he
the the
specifically
younger girl's been
promised
feeding
her a
them
goat's
carrots.
butt.
She's been taking care of them during the night. They pooped and eaten the drapes off the next to the window. You could see half the curtains are missing. You're like, "Oh." Do you guys
So Obsidian has found an alms box that he has now decorated for his tip jar, and he's gonna set up the alms box, and he's gonna go around interacting, mingling with the crowd, doing sleight of hand and different juggling things.
Potato
all
magic.
right. Maybe somebody's gonna make some money. You guys go rescue a lantern, and all you get is free drinks in the room. What the hell? Freaking 1 gold and 2 silver from the speaker. He's like, wait, I need at least one of these silvers for tonight. And he's like, can't you? But you guys do have some. Was it some pearls? No, it was. Who's got them? Somebody's got them.
Diamonds and pearl.
Got to rescue some stuff. But that's over at the other place. Let's finish up here. Excuse me 1 second. So you guys find out that 3 cold-blooded murders have been committed in the past month.
Is there any details, like anything common between the 3?
Well, there's a
Connections.
halfling trapper over in East Haven that you heard about. Somebody else heard about down in Targos. There was a human. He was a shipbuilder, and then 3 days ago in Bryn Shander, none less, their dwarven glassblower all been murdered. They each each victim was stabbed through the heart, like precisionally stabbed through the heart, and a dagger made of ice did it.
Can you say the 3 again?
A halfling trapper in East Haven, a human shipbuilder in Targos, and then just 3 days ago, a dwarf glassblower in Bryn Shander. And I'm so nice that I'll copy and paste for you guys. If you want, who those of you making notes,
Thank you.
there you go. So 3 cold-blooded murders have been committed in the past month. What's the connection? The drunken lot huddled in the tavern offers no credible ideas, but sitting apart from them is this elderly shield dwarf. She's got that nasty scar across her nose, who looks like she has something worth knowing. She's smoking a pipe, and she's been eyeing you ever since you walked in. She says, "Sefric Caltro."
Who's
She
that?
waves you closer. Sefric Caltro. He works for a small traveling merchant company called Torx, owned and operated by a shady dwarf named Torga Icewind. Have a seat. Buy me a drink.
Another one?
He says, In other words, Cephik, this fella, he gets around. He's the charming lot, you know what I mean? He makes friends easily. He also happens to be Torga's bodyguard. So, I'm guessing he's probably pretty good with a blade. His victims. Yeah, I'm calling him the people he attacks victims. They come from only 3 towns. These towns are the only ones that actually sacrifice people to the Frostmaiden. You know, on nights of the new moon. Yeah, that's what passes for civilized behavior up here in Icewind Dale. But maybe the victims, they found a way to keep their names out of the drawing. And this fella Cephik found out they were cheating. So he killed them. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe, but he
Maybe.
seems like he's probably doing the Frostmaiden's work. I followed Torgs, the caravan, around for about a 10-day as it moved from town to town. Quite the devious little enterprise they've got going, but that's not my concern. What struck me is how comfortable the Cephik Caltro looked in this weather. No coat, no scarf, not even gloves. It was like the cold wouldn't touch him. Kiss of the Frostmaiden, indeed. He looks, she looks you up, and she says, she leans in, she says, I'm getting old, so I'm willing to pay you, the group of you. I've got 100 gold pieces to apprehend this Cephik Caltro. Yeah, ascertain that he's guilty, and then deal with him. You know, preferably. And she looks over at the drunk dragonborn that's kind of already across the room, and she says, preferably without involving authorities. She nods at you. She says, takes a puff off of her pipe, and she says, when the job's done, return to me, and collect your money. She slaps her pouch.
That's worth a drink. I'm gonna order the sour toe.
The sour toe.
Yeah, you ever heard of sour toe? Cocktail. I posted it over there at Icewind Dale.
Oh, I don't even have that open. Slack or DM? Where are we at? Oh, we're on Rob's channel.
Why? What
Am I
happened?
able to do some kind of insight to see if I have any idea if she's telling the truth or is this just a vendetta? She's trying to get us to kill somebody for her.
Sure.
Which town is Torgs?
She says they're a mobile kind of establishment. They've got sleds and mobile shops, and they move about from town to town. I don't know their current whereabouts, but I can tell you they're not here. So Obsidian, you think, yeah, it sounds good to you. I was going to put all that in chat, but when I clicked on the little speaker box, it only did the first paragraph because everything in the box has been broken up into nice little separate little sections, and I don't think it will do it that way, will it? Don't they all have to be like right together in the chat?
Yeah, but
window?
you can punch each of the chat things one at a time, and it'll put them all in there.
There's only one for the whole block.
If you can unlock the record, you can control 3 each paragraph and turn it into hit control 3 and it'll turn it into a chat bubble.
If it's one block, it should put it all in there. There must be some punctuation mark or something that screwed it up. I don't know why it would do that.
Italics or bold text will do that.
Yep.
What's the person's name that just told us this whole story?
There, that's what it looks like. I copied and pasted what's in the chat window.
So, Zazie, do you know this religious thing, sacrificing people to the Frostmaiden?
I could check my materials.
Do you have a pamphlet or something?
Do I have a pamphlet? Yeah, you gotta invite me in. I don't know, Drake. Do I know?
People that have been around 10 Towns knows that the desperate people of 10 Towns, hoping to appease a rule so the summer can return to Icewind Dale, make sacrifices to the Frostmaiden on nights of the new moon. This is a new practice that started little over a year ago when it became clear that a rule was angry and summer would not be returning anytime soon. The town speakers have unanimously agreed to honor these practices, which they consider necessary evils, but would end them in a heartbeat if a rule were to be appeased or dealt with in some other way. The nature of sacrifices varies from town to town, but usually takes one of 3 forms. Say, for example, in some of the smaller towns that can't afford to give up their food, they sacrifice warmth. So no fires are lit between dusk and dawn, forcing locals to share body heat for warmth. Anyone who dares to light a fire in these towns are savagely beaten.
So okay, here's a plan.
In some towns like Bryn Shander and East Haven and Targos, the bigger towns, they hold lotteries the afternoons before the new moon. The unlucky person whose name is drawn is sacrificed at nightfall. The ill-fated soul is stripped bare and either tied to a post or sent into the tundra to die. Accusations of rigged lotteries are common, but unusually not acted upon. And there are even some towns that can't afford to give up people. They give up their food instead. A day's catch of knucklehead trout is strung up on a wooden racks a mile outside of town to be claimed by Yeti and other creatures that embody Aurora's wrath. Aurora's wrath.
So you're saying, like, we're stuck in Hunger Games, and these people are worried about a murder?
No, there's 2 solutions to this problem. A, they're sacrificing the wrong people, so if that's the case, we just go find the right people they need to sacrifice. Or B, they're not sacrificing in the right way, or else a rule would have been satisfied by now, so we go figure out a better way to kill them.
It's better paid to kill people.
And based on our description, they're killing people who decided to cheat their process, right?
Maybe.
Sounds like something Dirty Zenturium would do.
Well, either way, the 3 murders that happened are on the Eastway Road.
Yeah, there's 3 towns that it all happened in.
Yeah, and they're all on the Eastway Road.
So we should pick one of the towns and.
Well, we have 2. There's murder in East Haven, and there's also a note pointing us to East Haven.
Yeah, the Frozen Ferry. So I say we start our search in East Haven.
That's certainly the closest from Karakonic.
We can start there and work our way down the road.
Work our way up the east way.
All right, I'm gonna pull you guys. You guys are looking at the big map.
Yeah.
I'll push it to those that don't have it handy.
Yeah, I was just
All
looking
right,
forward to
so
anything. Thank you.
so the travel distance between Cair Konig and Cair Deval, is that where you're talking about going up this way?
Yes.
Yeah, going down
Yeah,
here.
The
that
travel
way.
distance between the two towns, without blizzards and stuff, is only a couple of hours, so it's not that far.
What about if we ask Fardas
You know.
to take us?
On the road, on the path that's kind of padded down and has places to guide yourself and stuff, it's a little faster. Across open tundra, you're going. Now, of course, if you guys had sleds and stuff like that, you'd be traveling even faster, but then you got to tend to dogs, and it's like kind of having a horse then,
Yeah.
You know how pain in the butt dealing with all. Now, you could rent them, if you wanted to rent a ride over there, and who's got dog sleds in town to rent.
Jaretha Fardas, which we got to talk to
She
her
does.
anyway.
So did you guys get that
Yeah.
quest?
Yeah.
Yes.
Killer?
Yeah.
Did that share with you? Okay, good. The quest is no murder mystery. It's a hunt. I like that. So what are you guys gonna do? Did you want to go somewhere else in Cair Konig? It's still like, I'm sure it's like 3 in the afternoon or something, 4 in the afternoon.
I'll probably want to talk to Jaretha Fardas and tell her about the Drugar.
So she's over at Frozen Far Expeditions. The seasoned ranger named Artis Swift is the shop's owner, and he sells adventuring gear. Attached to the shop is a wooden shed where Jarnthra tends to the dog sleds. Jarntha Farsh Shazas. You're pretty close.
Hard ass.
Yeah, so this ranger is old. He's elderly. Age has caught up with him. He always says, I can feel the cold in my joints, and I don't venture out as frequently as I once did. I like to stay indoors and let Jarthra do all the wilderness guides. I tend to the shop.
Now, after we killed all those Dwarger, you said we had to carry the stuff. Is Obsidian the only one actually carrying anything? Or do other people have gear from them as well?
Who got stuff? I think a couple people picked some stuff up. It doesn't sound like everybody's like, screw it, I wasn't carrying shit. It's cold.
Yeah, I just thought it was gonna be like, sold and divvied up or whatever. I didn't
Yeah.
know.
No, you gotta lug it. If you want to sell it, you gotta lug it. The only thing that gets divvied up are the coins.
I want to buy one of them things that they rode on that frozen planet in Star Wars. One of them deals with the big horns.
Sounds like a marriage proposal.
Tauntauns?
There are pack
Tauntaun.
animals that you can get in Icewind Dale. They are travel. I think it's under travel. Oh, I'm in the.
Nia will ask if he has a cold weather tent and bedroll for sale.
Sven, I completely understand your quagmire, and yes, you may. Let me look at the what. Let me get to that just in a second. I'm looking at looking for this stupid freaking tauntaun.
In an item
heard
Oh,
gallery.
thing.
it's an axe beak. Is what it is.
Does the shop thing let us sell stuff too?
Yeah, I need to
Just
get
buy.
to that. I have to
it's
find
a
the
sell
shop
thing too, isn't it?
Oh no, his doesn't let you sell it.
Oh,
no.
it doesn't. Okay.
No.
Shop
not-
extension.
not
because
that,
the
no.
party sheet does that.
Right, it doesn't.
Yeah, I remember now. You guys
Yeah,
remember?
here it is. It's an axe beak. You guys can buy these. Rob, you remember looking at it when you did the preview?
Yeah.
I remember you saying something
It's
about
totally
it.
a tauntaun though. Look at it.
Yeah.
Well, can you ride them?
Oh, axe beak.
They're,
You see, because literally, it's an axe beak.
they're not really riding. They're more for pack. They're more of a donkey. But yeah, you could get on them. But they're only
Take it
two-legged, so
easy.
it's it's one of these kind of rides. You're like, oh,
Like an
oh.
ostrich.
It's not a comfortable ride. Let's put it that way. Frozen Far Expeditions. I was looking at. Let's see what it says about the stuff here. Adventuring gear is 50% more expensive here. Ooh.
What the fuck?
That mean we get 50 more when we sell it?
No, you get half.
So
So whatever
somebody,
it's worth, you get
somebody
half.
can do. We can try what is it? Negotiation.
Yeah, I've got.
Does it?
Intimidate him into giving us a better price.
man.
Caesar, thank you for the subscription, sir. Bit boss. Bit boss.
Yeah, so I got the distort value.
That's what I was thinking of. You have a special. You have a special thing, and I wanna see it. I wanna see you use it.
Yeah, it says, do you need to squeeze a few more gold pieces? Well, here, I'll just post it because I can do that right there with a little button.
Caring is sharing. Or wait, I mean it might be the.
So on an object, so you can do it on one object. That's kind of.
Yeah, it is
Better
kind of
make it a
lame,
good
isn't it?
object.
I didn't even realize that. 1 foot on a side.
Yeah, so
That's kind of a
look at
lame
mine.
ass fucking spell.
You cast it on a gemstone, so it's more expensive.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
500 GP gem.
Shame I don't
that was
have any
1,000.
gemstones. Yeah. Yeah.
Reducing his perceived value by half.
You got a baby Ruth from when we camped out in that snowbank.
Yeah.
There's
Polish
no
it.
problem. There's no problem.
There's nothing wrong with this.
It's just a baby Ruth.
So, what are you trying to hawk him?
I'm not hawking him anything. I was going to try to get our stuff at a... But I'll still negotiate with him.
Mahogany. Mahogany
We
noggin.
got those
And what do you?
pearl beans that we found. I've got 2 shields,
Oh,
2 war picks.
the you got the pearls. That's what they were.
Do we have pearls? Do we have pearls?
Diamonds and pearls.
I have a pearl carved with decorative beads in my inventory.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
5 gold pieces.
No, you don't want to sell that. Trust me.
I don't have one of
Wait,
those.
what?
I just drawn a blank on a couple things when I'm looking for them today.
So that process, Drake, is half of every day for me. Just like what was I?
What was I doing?
Yeah. What was I looking for? Or the threshold thing where everybody gets this, even if you're young, is when you go from one room to another, and then you're like, why'd I come in here? Why I do that all the fucking time?
I had a day like that where I was installing a Wi-Fi network over an entire charcoal plant last week, and I kept having to go up and down the stairs to the scaffolding above the charcoal kilns next to this pipe that's 400 degrees. I'm just freaking baking, man, and I'd be like, I forgot this tool. I had to go back down them stairs. Oh, it was miserable. I'm like, I'm getting too old for this shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I say skinny people have bad memories because they have to keep going back up in the stairs and get their freaking.
Yeah. Well, that's not true. I'm not skinny. I'm quite the reverse of skinny, as a matter of fact. I am morbidly obese.
I have a person besides the stuff that I carried for as a pack mule for the party, even though nobody else carried it. Squat.
You're not upset though. You're not upset.
Lantern.
He plops all
Blanker.
this crap down on the table. No one
Yeah,
cares.
but my
Squat.
Spin's delivery is the best, even though
My
nobody
seven
He has like a
strength.
7 strength, and he's the
The
pack
7
mule.
strength, and I'm the only one carrying shit.
I mean, that's like
Oh, I'm
that's
crying.
strapping everything onto a chihuahua. Carry it, mush.
Yeah,
It's
man,
the
you got
thing
my
in the-
share.
Chihuahua's
It's
like,
in the Grinch That Stole Christmas.
yeah.
He's a little dog with a reindeer. Oh God, that's good times. Look it up, young people. Watch it. It's culture.
But I also have a potion that's personal, so and doesn't have a price on it. It's a range. Do you want me to roll it?
I just do the middle 250 if it's so 500.
Oh, that's nice. Not like the Friday game where we have to roll that shit.
All right, so
I'll put it in a
I'm
party
trying to-
sheet. The stuff that I'm selling.
I don't know why I'm not finding the crap about the pearls.
Diamonds.
Can't you just identify it?
What's that?
Can't you just identify it in Grun's?
They're
Stuff?
not the pearls are just pearls, but they came from somewhere, and there's a reward for them. I can't find it. I can't find it now.
You cannot find it.
I cannot find it. There's a magic switching lantern, a pair of goats, and a small sack of pearls carved into decorative beads that went missing from Frozen Far expedition.
If you go to the items and look up the pearls, does it say in the description where it came from? Sometimes.
Pearl. Let's try it. P-A-R-L.
Parl.
P-E-A-R.
Pearl carved with decorative. No, it says 5 gold, 1 pound.
It's a heavy pearl, a 1 pound pearl.
Yeah.
My Aunt Pearl.
Let me try going this. So then you get to it. If you go to the expedition thingy, it doesn't say anything. Frozen Far Expedition, run by a seasoned ranger, paired dog sleds in the back, blah blah blah. He just caught up with him, and then you can rent a dog sled, and then.
Wasn't it just the whatever his name, mayor of the place, told us about it?
The speaker.
The speaker?
Yeah, and I just read that. He tells you that they were taken from here, but when you go to here, there's no description of.
I don't know that he ever offered us a reward specifically for the pearls, did he?
Come on, what the hell? You're gonna.
I mean, we just reward ourselves with these pearls.
Yeah, I mean, you hear him mumble to something. Those damn thieves stole my pearls while you're in the general store, I guess. And now it's up to you guys if you want to
Fuck those
try
pearls.
Unless they're
sell them
offering
back
a
to him or
reward.
something. No, I mean, there's no reward. You just hear him overhear something about pearls that you guys found that the dwarves had.
Good
See
luck
if I
with
can
that.
get a better price from somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll just hang on to
Right.
them.
Good luck with that.
Where's I don't have any pearls in my inventory, and I could have swore we all took pearls.
Did we?
No, it
Out
was
of
only
the-
one. It was only one set.
Yeah.
Like one.
Yeah, no one person actually took it.
I took it. It's in my inventory.
What are you saying?
Means
Saying
he's
I can
cutting
get a bit-
his.
I'm going to see if I can get a better price somewhere else.
Yeah.
How would we ever get a better price if he's the only one that has sentimental value for them?
Because they're worth 5 gold, and then we can cast that spell to lie about it and get 10 gold out of it.
Look at the value of these pearls.
Double the value.
So can we sell the stuff that's in the party sheet, and then can I get my 125 gold?
I think there
Let me
is.
look in the party sheet. Party sheet inventory.
Steel
What
shields
do we
and war
got? What do we
picks.
got? Steel shields and
Also-
war picks.
It is time to quit, by the way.
Yeah,
And what did you
250
say?
gold pieces apiece.
Where's the 250 gold pieces come from? I don't see them.
Well, it's 125 from my potion, because you said it was worth half price.
You're selling the potion?
Yes.
I don't see it in the party sheet.
That's not for the party, it's for me.
Oh.
Potion
Yeah,
is mine.
So you're
Make a
just
note,
liquidating
everybody.
it?
Yeah.
Can you add coins to your sheet?
I can. It's just you see it, that's all.
Oh, it lets me see it? That's nice. That's nice. That's nice.
By
So
the way-
there's your split of the loots. 6
Alright.
gold.
By the way, nobody else carried squat, just so you guys remember.
I'm taking this potion. Yeah.
Yes. So
I'm
funny.
gonna drink half and sell half. Yeah.
Neo
I
will
did, that
ask.
was given to me personally, so.
Neo will ask the expeditions guy if
Force
he
resistance.
has
That's sold at
any
10 too.
cold weather tents or bedrolls for sale.
He's like, yeah, I have everything that's in your typical general store. It's just getting it away out here is quite expensive. So everything would be about 50% more.
Okay.
So I don't know. Do they have that crap in the player's handbook?
Yes, I do. So I'll go ahead.
So
and-
just add 50% to it, and you can spend the money. Clerical error.
Bank error in your favor.
Clerical error. Well,
Yeah. Put it at 125 electrum.
So you guys are setting your sights on Caer Denival in the morning, probably, right? You're gonna stay here at the one more night in the comfortable inn for free and drink all the booze you can get, and then head out in the morning, heading over to Caer Denival.
So if it's only a couple hours to Caer Denival, it should be maybe a full day to East Haven, going all the way to the crossroads there at the East Way and then back to the east.
From Caer Denival to East Haven is 9 hours on foot.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
a little chart. There's a
Cool.
little chart.
Drake, thanks, man.
And it's 10.5 hours to Bryn Shander, so not that far.
That's a nice
How's
map.
it-
Appreciate your hard work, Drake.
I didn't make the map. I just put the grid on it. That's what I
Appreciate
did.
your hard work.
With the rats
Yeah,
and
thank
stuff.
you.
Oh yeah, the rats was cool. All right, that's it. Next week,
Motherfuck
same back
me.
channel. We'll be here. Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden.
Yeah.
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 See you,
See you
Rob.
guys.
All
See you,
right.
stream.
Thanks, Drake. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Have a good
Thanks
weekend,
all.
everybody. All right, there you go. That is Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, a D&D joint, as they say. That's what the kids say now. All right, well, what can I say? Thanks for watching, everybody. I really appreciate that people just come here and hang out, you know what I mean? Like, if that's your thing, we love it. That's what we want to see. Come and hang out and enjoy yourselves. So, I'm going to turn off the wind. Let me turn off the wind first. Where the hell? Here we go, right here. Turn that off. Sounds are cool. Art sounds cool.
Fuck yeah.
Unless you get mad.
Mother fuck me.
All right, let me turn those off too. I just love doing that. I love it. That's the little thing called voice mod that I have to figure out how to use. Voice mod microphone is set to default. Yeah, okay. I'll just fucking deal with it later. I need to get close Fantasy Grounds. Boom. So tomorrow, everybody, you want to be here for the Sunday show so you can be introduced and meet and ask questions to one of the DMs Guild creators. And that slide will be up in just 2 seconds. And then I'll be back on track. There we go. Kayla Bayans will be here tomorrow. I've never talked to her. I have texted her, of course, and booked her on the show, but I've never met her. So that'll be fun. Tuesday, of course, is Robin doing 5e pickup games. Everyone's welcome to come and play. All you got to do is show up. You got to read the rules, though. Wednesday, of course, is Round Robin. That's a super fun time. Friday is Dungeon of the Mad Mage, a game that we've been playing since December of 2018, episode 69, giggity. And then this game, of course, back here next week for Icewind Dale, which we use Fantasy Grounds Unity for. Did anybody notice? We're using Fantasy Grounds Unity. So let's see. Oh my God! I almost forgot to give everybody end of stream rewards, which is 100 XP in the chat today. 500. Why not? Thanks for everybody's early participation, by the way. The spending of the XPs got nuts at the beginning of the game, which was nice. And just remember, I think you get 1 XP a minute for watching the stream in chunks of 10. So 10 every 10 minutes, I believe is what it is. But you also get XP for cheering and subbing and following and hosting and a lot of stuff. As a matter of fact, I think... Does this tell you what you get? Yeah. So you get 10 XP for 10 minutes watching. You get 5,000 whenever you follow, but that's, of course, only once. 20,000 when you sub, and if you are a sub, you get 3 times XP on everything. Tipping, you can still tip, but nobody really tips anymore because the thing isn't to tip, it's to cheer, and you get 10 XP per bit, but I think it only works if you do 100 or more. And then hosting the channel, you get 1,000.
Cheer bits in the stream. Thanks for the cheer bits.
Cheer bits, Bit Boss. Thank you, Drake. Drake takes, everybody. That was the DM. So what else can I tell you? Oh, yes, I know what to do. I need to tell... Oh, so I was saying, if you just come by and watch any of our channels on the TTRPG network. Oh, by the way, I know the answer is no, because who dares to compete with me except on Tuesdays, but I don't think anybody else is streaming right now. Well, the Digital GM has 1 person watching. That's got to be a rerun, so... all right. The other thing I was going to say is, even though I only care if you guys watch and hang out, I don't care if you buy anything, I don't care if you send me money because you love me. If you do, I'm totally happy about it, but you don't have to do that. I still respect you. However, if you do want to participate other than just watching... No, I said Tuesday when I was talking about Robin's game. So there are some things you can do if you'd like. And I just put them in the chat there. You can type exclamation point and whatever word is next to it, and it'll give you the proper URL. So for example, you can come to my Discord server, which we have over 1,400 people now. talking about DM's Guild and Fantasy Grounds and D&D 24/7, all day and all night. You can go to my Patreon page, which has levels of support for as little as $1 a month. I mean, $1. $1. XP for my prom date. If you can secure me a female woman gerbil slayer that will come to my house in Spokane, Washington, that is nice and DTF, I will give you 1 million XP. 1 million. What else? Is that prostitution? Did I just fucking say something illegal? I don't know. All I said was for a date, didn't I? You can cheer bits or you can subscribe to the channel. Now, if you do that during the stream, of course, you attack the Bit Boss, which is currently Caesar, WML John, at 1550. SZCZZCCZZZUR. Caesar, that's how you say that. Also, you can go to the DM's Guild and peruse the items we have for sale there. Team Chewy has 4, I don't know how many it is. It's a lot. I mean, I could get the count, but I don't want to look at that. All right, but let's check the sales for today. I'll just do a refresh. For the first few years, I used to give the number of things I sold in a day, but then it became insane to try to count it. So now I just give the dollar amount because all I got to do is click a button and it tells me. But if I want to know the number, I got to copy and paste it into a spreadsheet and all this other kind of stuff. So the sales for today on DM's Guild, 296.44. So the average per day for 2020 is 304. So that's about an average day. Right there, boom. And then, of course, there's still 49 minutes left in the day. 49 more minutes. Buy shit, everybody. You can also subscribe to the YouTube, which, of course, now we have over 1,000 videos there. You can follow me on Twitter, or you can check out the Facebook page. As a reminder, that Facebook link will go to the business, like the DM's Guild Facebook. I have 2 Facebook pages. The one that's my personal one, you don't want anything to do with it. Just stay away from it. It's all nonsense. But the business one, that's a good one. 69, Maticuri, giggity. I am almost as old, so I can't hear. Oh, female woman. Yeah. If you can send me a female woman. Bitboss. Hang on. If you want to submit ideas for All Things Fantasy Grounds talk show, please do that here. atfg@idinformer.com. All right, I think that's it, everybody. So I finished The Boys yesterday. That was awesome. Now I gotta wait for a year to see more of it, but that's 2 seasons down. If you haven't seen it, if you happen to have Amazon Prime, I suggest it. It's very excellent. I still am a little behind on Fargo. I have 3 episodes to watch of that. There's also some other show I'm supposed to watch. Gotta call my friend because I forgot what he told me. There's a new show on Fox. It's had 1 episode already. I don't know what day it's on. It's called Next. That seems pretty interesting. I watched like the first 12 minutes and I decided, okay, I don't care if this show goes off the cliff. I'm totally in for this. It looks pretty cool. It's about AI taking over. And I think it's one of those limited events, so it's only going to be on for, 1 season or whatever. It's like a long movie, which is cool. It has an end point. What else? Tomorrow's football. Tonight is Bill Burr on Saturday Night Live, which I believe is recording now because it's live, so it's like 12:15 on the East Coast, so it should just be recording as we speak. And what else? I don't know. That's it. That's all I got. Why my Fantasy Grounds stat thing shut down again? What do you mean? I gotta remind Drake to send me. Are you still there, Drake? You gotta send the stats. Send the stats. Send me the stats. All right. I don't know if he can hear me anyway. I'm gonna send him a message. Drake stats. Drake takes stats. All right. What else? I think I was going to say another thing, but I just don't even remember what it was going to be. Send Rob stuff before he cries. Drake takes. Oh yeah, you're in the chat. You heard me. La 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 la. Oh, that's what I was checking though. Is I was checking why the Fantasy Grounds stat program isn't running. It should be running. Why isn't it running? Do you not see that it's running? Did I somehow not have it run? Oh, it's running twice. That's why there's a problem. In task. I'll have to rerun task, right? Let's try that again. Fantasy Grounds stats, which is totally running now. And there we go. All right. All right. Let's see. What else do I need to do? DB and chat log, Drake. Joop-joopity jeez. Joop. Here he is. He sent him. So look, I'm going to go download him right now. Okay, I'm going to do it right now. Okay, ready, everybody? And then once I do it, you guys will be able to run stats for the game tonight. And any other night. Campaigns, stats, Icewind Dale, chat log, replace, download DBXML. I've got to reacquire the path. Lame. Fucking Google. Campaigns, stats, Icewind Dale, DBXML, overwrite. Boom, it's done. Updated. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Now I'm going to go away and watch TV and eat the rest of my pizza from last night. I ordered pizza last night and I still have 2 pieces left. And then I'll see y'all back here tomorrow, like we do on Sundays. Good gaming, everyone.